against that has the ability to take these shots from strange angles, falling out of bounds. You guys guard him. You don't catch and shoot typically from 35 feet and make them, and he had one of those nights for him then.
Yeah, when you look at the 5 for 9 makes from 3, I think 3 or 4 of those were those type of shots. He missed some semi-open ones early in the game, and then got it back with the tougher ones. But there's always things you can do. I don't, as much as to your point, you won't see another guy that shoots it the way he does, and from the range and the shot making ability from 3. You can always do things beforehand, and I think when you relax at times, let him get that space or don't communicate, and the switch is not as aggressive as it needs to be. Some of those looks he'll get, and obviously some he'll make, and so you can do your work ahead of time, and I think we slacked up a little bit, especially on the inbounds play where he got that deep 3, so we can do some things to take it away before he catches the ball.
Fred's a guy that's been shooting a lot of threes for you, so his number of volume shots is something that's not abnormal. Jalen's numbers, in terms of especially inside the arc, how would you think and describe his shot selection? Because obviously you need those more of his shots to fall as well.
Yeah, it's a balance. They're loading up. I think you have to keep them honest by taking some of those threes, and he did it very well, obviously, in Golden State a few weeks ago. Hit some big ones down the stretch, and so when they are loading up, you got to create that space to get your shot off, but also attack and understand where your outlets are at, and those will be wide open threes for other guys. So our spacing wasn't the best. I think we were cutting a little bit too much and cutting into each other, cutting into the driving lanes, and that takes us off some of the threes as well. So we like Dylan and Jabari and certain guys to be on the perimeter, getting up a certain number of threes, and when they're slashing a little bit too early, whether it's for offensive rebound or trying to relocate, takes us off some of those open outlets and shows the crowd in the paint, and those resulted in obviously maybe too many turnovers.
Lastly, media like to ask coaches about what adjustments can you make between game 1 and game 2. Is that an overblown conversation piece, or do you think there are times, especially because you are facing the same opponent in theory a long time, that you can make some subtle changes from game to game?
No, you do. You look at things that worked well and didn't, but at the same time, sometimes you don't scrap a game plan because you missed some shots or you didn't communicate correctly, or so you like to see things done the right way first to see if they work or not. And so what we did defensively was held them to 95 on any given night. If we don't score a season low, we're in great shape with that, and we'd love to have teams score under 100 every night. And so we'll continue to do what we did there. Like I said, we could have still communicated better and held them to a lower number and not turned the ball over to aid their numbers, but making shots cures some of that, and I think we did a good enough job defensively. Got to step it up offensively now. All
right, that's Ime Udoka getting ready for tonight's game 2 between the Warriors and Rockets as you listen to Houston Rockets playoff basketball.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, just took the Tacoma off-road, deep into the woods, got to this hidden campsite only it could reach.
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Hey, wait, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Uh-huh, yeah, thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control.
Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
Here at T-Shirts Plus, we are known for our commitment to providing the highest quality embroidered screen printed apparel and promotional products at the most competitive prices. Our custom designed products are perfect for any business, club, promotion, or team. Our T-Shirts Plus team will make you and your logo stand out. Let our business help promote yours at T-Shirts Plus. Give us a call at 936-756-7587. Visit us online or stop by our Conroe location. T-Shirts Plus is a proud sponsor of the Houston Rockets.
Rockets Nation Space City Home Network has you covered. Watch every exciting shot, block, and rebound only on Space City Home Network.
The lead explodes to the rim.
This season, when the Rockets take the court, so do you. Only on Space City Home Network.
This kid loves these moments, man.
Visit SpaceCityHN.com and click on the channel finder to see how you can watch the Rockets all season long. Space City Home Network, out of this world coverage of your Rockets.
At the Palm, our philosophy is simple. Treat guests like family, serve great food, and always exceed expectations. Celebrate milestones with family, catch up with old friends, or meet new ones over our famous Nova Scotia jumbo lobsters. Quality cuts of beef and classic Italian favorites, all while indulging in a robust Italian wine selection. Embrace generations of Italian tradition at any of our Palm locations nationwide. Reserve your table today at thepalm.com.
Adam Clanton back at it with you here on Rockets Countdown. It is time to take a fantastic voyage around the National Basketball Association with a look at tonight's NBA Scoreboard 3. playoff games on the docket tonight, including your Rockets taking on the Warriors. Right now in Boston, Celtics with a 10-point lead. Jaylen Brown with 29 points and 8 rebounds. Paolo Banchero with 29 points and 8 rebounds. But Brown's squad leads by 10, 93-83. That's with 6 minutes and change to go in the fourth quarter. In the third quarter, up in Cleveland, it's been all Cavs. They are on their way to a 2-0 series lead. They are up 91-72 with about 3 minutes and change remaining in that third quarter. Evan Mobley with 18 points to lead the Cavs. Tyler Hero with 24 to lead the Heat. And of course, coming up most importantly of all, it's your Rockets looking to even up this series at a game apiece tonight here at home. Rockets and Warriors, Game 2, right around the corner. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll show you how the team got to this point with a recap of Sunday night's Game 1. This is Houston Rockets basketball.
Memorial Hermann and the Houston Rockets are proud to bring Houston an exclusive, first-of-its-kind co-branded partnership. This is the first time a health system and a national sports organization have ever come together to advance orthopedics. From broken bones to joint replacement, the specialists at Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics bring you innovative capabilities for a broad range of medical needs. You can get the same level of unparalleled care as elite athletes. Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics. For more information, visit memorialhermann.org/ortho-rockets.
Fun and adventure at 3 great parks all year long. Downtown Aquarium, Kima Boardwalk, and Galveston Island Pleasure Pier offer thrill rides, games, food, and fun for everyone. Whether you're experiencing the thrills on our roller coasters, taking a journey through exhibits, dining at waterfront restaurants, or soaking up the sun at weekend festivals, there's something for everyone. So come have fun at the Downtown Aquarium, Kima Boardwalk, and Galveston Island Pleasure Pier. Adventure destinations the whole family will love. Buy weekend adventure passes and tickets online now.
The NBA is finally back. Download DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code ROCKETS. That's code ROCKETS for new customers to play $5. Get 50 in Pick 6 credits. Only on DraftKings Pick 6, an official partner of the Houston Rockets with code ROCKETS. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded is non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 30 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promo.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, just took the Tacoma off-road, deep into the woods, got to this hidden campsite only it could reach.
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Hey, wait, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Uh-huh, yeah, thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control.
Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
Adam Clanton back with you here on Rockets Countdown. And Sunday night, the team was looking to jump out in front of the Warriors with a 1-0 series lead. Early on, it appeared they were on their way to doing just that.
To a man, Thompson. Thompson underhand toss to Fred. At the top of the key. To the left elbow for a man. How about a 15-footer? That's on the way and good, and the Rockets score first. 52 seconds into the contest. 2-0 Houston. Jalen left side of the floor with the basketball. Crossover. Give it to Şengün. Down the lane with a right-hand finish. Beautiful pass, and the Hammer makes it 4-0. A man out right side, Fred sets, fires, and hits. It's a quick 7-0 Houston start. Couldn't go any better, 2 out of 10. Jalen right side of the floor, met there by Payton. Comes out to the midcourt arc. Right-hand dribble drive, gets by Payton. Down the lane, flips it over his shoulder and drops it in. Boy, he just flipped it, got through 2 Golden State defenders, 17-12. Pass out left side, Tari with a steal. 3-quarter court. Go finish it, young fella, with a 2-hand slam. Tari with the jam. It's a 7-point lead and a pass intended for Draymond Green and a timeout to Golden State. Thompson to the free throw line for Alpe. To Jabari, posting up, fadeaway 8-footer, got it. That time over Steph Curry, likes that matchup there. First basket of the first shot attempt for Jabari. 21-16, 70 seconds.
Rockets up 21-18 after the first 12 minutes behind 8 points and 6 boards from Şengün, but a nightmare awaited Houston in the second frame.
Screen set by Jabari. Down the lane, Fred kicks it out left side. DB straight on 3. That's up and in. And the Rockets have regained the lead. First basket for Dillon Brooks. 26-25 Houston. 8:25 remaining in the second quarter. Weave handoff. VanVleet give and go to Şengün. An 8-footer front rim and down. And Alpe's got back-to-back baskets.
A little give and go, a little pick and roll, a nice little pass and a bucket.
Fred so far in this first half is 2 of 8. Curry a straight on 3, and now he nails one outside of the mid-range. 41-34. Curry's got 13.
Houston down 47-34 at the break after the Warriors outscored the Rockets 29-13 in that second quarter. So they'd have to start chipping away at the deficit in the third.
Try 2 for Jalen. Back iron, no. Ball tip. Brooks. Back to Jalen. There's a 3-point possession. Offensive rebound, putback. That's been a staple of the Rockets this year. Floater from 12 feet. Back iron, no. Rebound. Şengün out right side. Jalen 3-ball. That's off the back iron. Another offensive rebound to Jalen. Down the lane goes handoff to Thompson at the dunker spot for a nice flush. Good feed from Jalen and the easy finish for Amen. He needed that one at 54.
What's up, hockey fans, basketball fans, sports fans from all over the world? Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We have 7 live streams, every single NBA and NHL playoff game tonight. Man, we got some good ones on tab. Montreal and Washington, Dallas, Colorado, Edmonton and LA. What a night we have of hockey and basketball. Boston, Orlando. Should be a decent matchup. Memphis, Oklahoma City. The list goes on and on. And oh yeah, the Blue Jays are playing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for helping us create this amazing community where we chat it up, cheer on our favorite teams, and make a difference. With SickKids Hospital in Toronto, what a night we had last night during the Blue Jays game and the Maple Leafs game and the other streams. We raised over $305 directly to SickKids Hospital on the website. An amazing phone call with SickKids Hospital today. Lots of shout outs coming during the Leafs Game 3 tomorrow. That's what I'm getting ready for, as well as running all these fun live streams. We appreciate you being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're new, turn on that bell. We're almost at 100K. Let us know where you're watching from in the chat, and thanks for keeping it classy.
72-64, it's an 8-point game, 2 minutes going by in the fourth.
Good luck to your team.
Being harassed by Payton. Here's a men down the lane, right-hand layup. No, the tap up is there. That's Steven Adams. And it's down to a 4-point game, 72-68. A man at the right elbow, left-hand dribble, into the paint, baseline right. Jabari a catch and shoot 3, rattles home. Thank you, Jabari. Your second half has been spectacular. He's got 11. It's a 5-point game at 76-71. Adams top of the key. Lob to Amen. Going against Curry on the post-up with 8. Jump hook from 7 feet. Got it! That's just the third field goal of the day for Amen Thompson. It's a 1-possession game at 76-73. Down to 8. 7 to Amen straight away with 4. With 3, a right elbow jumper is up and good. There's the second field goal of the fourth quarter for Amen Thompson. 79-75, Golden State with 5:25 remaining. Weave handoff to Amen Thompson. Thompson baseline. Goes out left side. Fred's going to try a deep jumper. It is up. It is good for a 3-ball. A much-needed long-range bomb. Just a second for Fred. 84-80. Golden State.
Houston with the 95-85 loss, however, in Game 1, despite 28 points and 9 rebounds from Şengün. Can the team bounce back and even the series tonight? The answer coming up at the bottom of the hour as the Rockets tip things off against the Warriors in Game 2. Matt joins me next. We'll have the keys to the game, the starters, and the action straight ahead right here on the Rockets Radio Network.
Hey, it's Coach Udoka.
Here come the Rockets.
It's Amen Thompson.
Reverse layup and 1.
This is Alperen Şengün.
Beautiful move.
This is Jabari Smith. Jalen Green.
It's good.
This is Cameron.
Alley-oop.
Hey, it's Dylan Brooks.
Throw down.
Fred VanVleet here.
Rockets Radio.
Houston Rockets playoff basketball is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Rockets Radio.
Rockets basketball. The Houston Rockets.
Rockets Radio.
Launch controls, Houston. Red Nation. Get ready for liftoff. Liftoff.
And the crowd is on their feet.
We are go for launch.
Here come the Rockets.
Now, the voices of your Houston Rockets. Matt Thomas and Adam Clanton.
What's up, Rockets fans? Adam Clanton coming to you live from inside Toyota Center in the heart of downtown Houston, the beautiful home of your Rockets since 2003. On the call tonight, my esteemed colleague at iHeartRadio, a proud University of Houston Cougar. His name is Matt Thomas. Matt, Rockets down 0-1, but they had their chances in Game 1, despite the fact that they were down double digits, basically could not complete the comeback, and basically could not overcome the fact that even though they either won or were competitive in all of the three other quarters, 13 points in the second quarter of a playoff game at home is not going to get it done.
No, it's funny because Ime Udoka was asked during the pregame presser today, what do you want to see in Game 2 that you didn't see in Game 1? And sometimes it's easy to dumb it down and say, shots made, and that was a problem.
Especially for the backcourt.
Yeah, 39% from the floor, 21% from three. And they had a nasty problem, especially in the first half, AC, turning the basketball over. And one category, and we'll get to this as part of our Toyota Keys of Victory, that the Rockets have lived on is the fast break points. The Rockets only had 4 of them in game number 1. And I think if you're going to win basketball games, especially against a Golden State team, you've got to take advantage of the turnovers that they're going to give you, make them fast breaks, catch some opportunities, and more importantly, get some easy baskets because, as we have seen in the previous 6 games against this Golden State team, the Rockets just don't shoot well against them.
No, and the Rockets don't have necessarily, I know Alperen Sengun had the game that he would have liked for his playoff debut, but they don't have a so-called superstar that's like, this guy can get you a basket at any given time. And so until that changes or until the game plan changes, it's going to have to be a collective effort, and that's where you start looking at that backcourt. Fred VanVleet's had difficulty shooting the ball all season long, but Jalen Green has really come around this year. You're going to need the best version of Jalen Green in order to get a win here in Game 2, and I think the Rockets and I think Jalen Green himself are expecting that tonight.
Well, I'd be curious to see if he attacks the rim earlier than normal, if he feels like because there were some open threes, and that's the thing that probably befuddled us more than anything else, AC, on Sunday night was the fact that there were very few contested three-point shots taken. These were open looks. These were extra passes. And if there's anything about this Rocket offense, when they shoot well from three, a lot of it's because there's not a hand in the face. And that wasn't the case. Golden State will allow you to shoot and make three-point shots. They just have to drop it. Unfortunately, that did not happen. And that's why I think if Jalen gets into a little bit of a rut offensively and the Rockets do not find somebody from the outside, VanVleet or Tari or Jabari for that matter, I wouldn't be surprised to see that that Aaron Holiday becomes that fourth guy off the bench. I don't think that's the grand plan. I don't think that's necessarily going to be a game changer. But I don't think that you're going to see Ime have the leash like he had in Game 1.
Well, no, but unlike, say, putting Reed Shepherd in that situation, Aaron Holiday's a guy that does have experience, is a veteran, and has made those outside shots consistently this year. He's not going to be afraid of the moment or, afraid of the Warriors being across the floor from them. But to the Rockets' credit, I don't think that's why things didn't go well for them either. They are not afraid of this team. They are not intimidated. They don't feel like they don't belong on the floor with them. Any of that stuff that maybe other teams in the past with this Warriors organization have looked like.
Well, the reality is this. The city of Houston is afraid of the Warriors because we've seen 4 playoff losses in 10 years. If you go to the Houston Rockets, the new regime, that's Fred, Dylan, and all the younger players that have been just here for a couple of years, they're like, wait a minute. We beat them twice this year. We just beat them a week and a half ago in San Francisco. So they don't get it. But that's what players do. Players are not supposed to be afraid of the opponent. It's more of the fan base, and I understand it because there was a lot of part of me calling the game on Sunday night when Steph was hitting those crazy shots, and I go, here we go again, because unfortunately we've seen so much of it.
Yeah, it's a PTSD thing for the Rockets fan base. And look, let's face it, we all thought the same thing when the chips fell where they did, and the Rockets matched up with the Warriors again for the first time in this building. So,
and they're just not a 7 seed, AC. They're 24-5 been together, and that includes Game 1. they're not a 7 seed. So of all years where you think you could get a catch a break because you're the 2nd seed, you fought hard to get 52 wins. You'd have liked to have had a team in the 42-43 ring category. But we didn't even know who the Rockets were going to play until the final week of the season because things were so competitive between, say, 3 and 7.
And to be, exactly that point right there. To be fair, in this Western Conference here in the spring of 2025, if your name is in Oklahoma City, your seed doesn't really apply.
Yeah, because anybody can beat anybody. I think that Clippers-Nuggets series could go down to the final game or so. I don't think Minnesota, the Lakers, no, even though it's a 3-6 matchup, there's a significant favor in that one. And frankly, if you were to take a look at the national pundits that follow the league, I would say probably 75% say the Golden State Warriors are going to win the series because just like we just talked about, it isn't the same team. Now, what you can also say is this. This is a Rocket team that's facing Golden State that just does have, at the end of the day, 2 big scorers. But Jemski has had some success shooting from the outside, but really it's Curry and Butler. If you contain those 2 guys, you're in a good spot. And unfortunately, you were unable to do that a couple nights ago. And that's the reason why that even though despite they scored just 95 points, they were able to pick up a victory. That 85-point total, by the way, was the lowest the Rockets had of the season. And that is saying something because this is a team, even though they've never been one of the top 5 or 6 scoring teams in the NBA, they routinely put up 105, 106 points a game. And that's despite the fact they haven't shot really well this year.
But conversely, something Ime said after the game that rang true on the defensive end, you hold the Warriors to 95 points.
You're supposed to win those games, yeah.
Right, so I don't look at Game 1 as a barometer for how the rest of the series is going to go. As a matter of fact, it wouldn't surprise me if both of these teams were well north of 110 by the end of tonight. But if that's the case, the Rockets made some threes, and that's what they couldn't do consistently in Game 1, like you said.
Another crazy stat is the Rockets this year during the regular season were 25-5 when they out-rebounded their opponents by 10 or more. Did you see the rebounding totals? The Rockets out-rebounded Golden State 52-36. They had 22 offensive rebounds. But it was a poignant comment made by Draymond Green that unfortunately was very accurate. He says, the best part of the Rockets' offense is offensive rebound.
Yeah.
Meaning
they're
not scared of the first shot. It's not allowing them to have second chance opportunities. And the Rockets, AC, had to work for them. They had to take 16 shots to get 22 points, only 8 field goals off those second chance opportunities. You got to grab the offensive rebound, not put the ball on the floor, not turn it over, and get some of those easy layups that Jabari and namely Amen Thompson have lived off of, especially when they're fighting on the offensive glass.
Well, it wasn't just the backcourt. It was also Amen Thompson. There were several players where they look at their performance and say, we could play so much better than we did, and the Rockets were right in it there at the end. So hopefully that bodes well for tonight as we get to our keys to the game, presented to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
It is about shot making. Fred and Jalen will combine 7 of 34 from the floor, 2 of 17 from 3. They've got to be better. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, and we talked about Aaron Holiday being in the mix. Frankly, AC, this team will go as far as the Rockets starting backcourt will go. Secondly, they've got to take advantage of those second chance, those fast break points. Just had 4, and the turnover count wasn't a big issue in the second half. It certainly was a huge part of that second quarter where the Warriors outscored them 29-13. And the reality is, you'd like to be able to stop Steph Curry, but he has 59 career 30-point playoff games. Allow him to get his points. It's going to happen. I just don't want a guy like Buddy Hield or Brandon Podziemski or for anybody like a Moses Moody to become a third scorer. If you contain him to 2 and the Rockets shoot better, I think that we'll have a better result tonight.
It's the Rockets. It's the Warriors. It's Game 2. The starters in the first 24 minutes of action right around the corner. When we come back, this is Houston Rockets basketball.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
The NBA is finally back. Download DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code ROCKETS. That's code ROCKETS for new customers to play $5. Get 50 in Pick 6 credits. Only on DraftKings Pick 6, an official partner of the Houston Rockets with code ROCKETS. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded is non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 30 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promo.
Experience the best steaks around at Saltgrass. Cut the bull and bring the whole crew down to Saltgrass Steakhouse. Enjoy a welcoming, family-friendly atmosphere and juicy Angus beef steaks. Every item on our menu is handmade in-house, from the fresh baked beer bread to the shareable 2-fork cheesecake. Join us for a top-notch steakhouse experience at Saltgrass Steakhouse.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, just took the Tacoma off-road, deep into the woods, got to this hidden campsite only it could reach.
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Hey, wait, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Uh-huh, yeah, thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control.
Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Tonight, from the Toyota Center in downtown Houston, Texas, it's Game 2 of a first-round Western Conference playoff series featuring the Golden State Warriors and your Houston Rockets. Good evening, everyone. I'm Matt Thomas. To my right, it's Adam Clanton. Our on-site engineer is David Obert. Our network producer back at our flagship station, News Radio 740 KTRH, is Josh C. And on stats, it's Stinky Pete Unger. Time now for the starting five. First, for the Golden State Warriors, who won Game 1 by a final score of 95-85. They'll be led by their point guard, Steph Curry, 6'3", 16th year out of Davidson. Joined in the Golden State backcourt by Brandon Podziemski. He had a food illness prior to today's game, but he has been cleared and will start 6'4" in his second year from Santa Clara. The forwards are Moses Moody at 6'5" in his fourth year from Arkansas, joined alongside Jimmy Butler at 6'7" in his 14th campaign from Marquette via Tomball. And the center is Draymond Green at 6'6" in his 13th year out of Michigan State. Starting five will be Curry, Podziemski, Moody, Butler, and Green. For Steve Kerr, who now has 100 career postseason wins, just 41 setbacks while in charge of the Golden State Warriors. For your Houston Rockets, who are down 0-1 in the series, guard line will feature Fred VanVleet, 6 foot, 9th-year player from Wichita State, joined alongside Jalen Green at 6'6" in his 4th year from Fresno, California. The small forward is Dylan Brooks at 6'7" in his 8th campaign out of Oregon via the country of Canada. The power forward is Amen Thompson at 6'7" from Fort Lauderdale, Florida in his second season. And the center is Alperen Şengün at 6'11" in his 4th year from Turkey. Starting five again for the Rockets, VanVleet, Green, Brooks, Thompson, and Şengün. Tonight's officials, as assigned by the National Basketball Association, our crew chief is David Guthrie. He'll be assisted by Courtney Kirkland and Sean Kerbin. The alternate is Andy Nagy. So again, the officials tonight are Guthrie, Kirkland, and Corbin. The Memorial Hermann injury report for the Golden State Warriors. As I mentioned before, Brandon Podziemski had a foot illness, and he was questionable going into tonight's game, went on the floor and is able to go. As for the Rockets, they have no Jay Sean Tate with right ankle impingement. Jock Landell is out with a right knee contusion. Memorial Hermann advancing health and personalizing care. 95-85, the Warriors took care of game number 1 of the series. Golden State shot 47% from the floor, 38% from three. They also turned the ball over 14 times themselves and turned it into 23 Rocket points. Rockets, meanwhile, just could not shoot consistently at 39% for the game. They were 6 of 29 from three. They also struggled from the free throw line, 11 of 20. And AC, that's one thing that also scares me that we haven't talked a whole lot about, but we knew that would be an issue. The Rockets were dead last in the association at about 74% for the free throw line. And it was almost a bad omen when Amen Thompson goes to the free throw line 4 times in the first quarter and misses all 4 of those shots.
Yeah, and Şengün actually had a good night at the foul line for a change, and that's one of the main culprits usually. So Rockets are going to have to make more shots at the charity stripe. And on the perimeter if they're going to change the result from the other night.
17 turnovers the Rockets had, 25 Golden State points off the mistakes. It was Rockets 21-18 after one. The Warriors went up 47-34 at the half because they outscored Houston in the second quarter, 29-13. Rockets were able to outscore Golden State 26-22 in the third. Warriors put up a point at 26-25. And as bad as things are and were, you're talking about a 4-point game in the fourth quarter. So I'm going to go glass half full on some of that, saying for a team that shot as poorly as they did, had a hard time holding on to the basketball, they were able to get back in the contest. A lot of it because, again, you had a couple of shots go down, and you had Steven Adams, who was a man among boys, with 12 rebounds, including 5 on the offensive side. You'll need a similar effort for him today, especially if the shots don't fall.
I mean, making shots sounds so simple, but it's so difficult sometimes in the postseason. Now, let's give the Warriors credit, as much as it pains me to say this. They're a good defensive team. That is part
especially
of the
against
factor.
the Rockets' backcourt.
Right.
That
It just absolutely factors into this game and this series. So both teams have defensive prowess. I'd like to think the Rockets are a much better defensive team, but the Warriors can still turn it up when they need to. And Draymond Green still does exist, unfortunately.
We saw quite a bit of that double big lineup with Steven Adams and Alperen Şengün. Golden State, frankly, AC didn't seem fazed by it at all.
No.
And they went with Brandon Post as one of their other big men, but he just didn't play a whole lot. They just weren't overly scared about what the Rockets could throw at them that way.
Adjustments. It's all about adjustments.
Yep. All right. Golden State in the blue uniforms, trimmed in yellow and white. Rockets in the black uniforms, trimmed in black, white lettering across the front. My early key, beyond the ones we talked about in our pregame visit, I want Amen Thompson to get off to a fast start. I think he can be a game changer in terms of hitting the mid-range, rebounding, defending well, and just setting a positive tone on the defensive side of anything else, and be ready to go right at Steph Curry.
Attack mode, if you will.
It's just exactly what we saw 2 weeks ago in San Francisco when they got in his face numerous times, and it really caused Curry to have a rare off night with just 3 points on 1 of 10 shooting. Green and Şengün to the jump circle, and we are ready. And on the third tap, it is won by Golden State. They'll go from left to right to open things here. And Brandon Podziemski will bring it across the timeline. Out to the left-hand side to Jimmy Butler. Met there by Van Vliet to the top of the key. At the right elbow. Turns to a left hand now. He's right on the free throw line. Shot clock down the 9. Lob pass out left side. Draymond's going to try an opening 3, and it's off the front rim, and it's missed. And on the baseline rebound, it's Fred Van Vliet. Rockets right to left in the first quarter of play. Fred's got the basketball to his right to Şengün between the rings. Underhand toss to Jalen. Splitting the circles, now comes out towards midcourt. Shot clock at 7. Jalen with a crossover. Baseline right for the dunker spot. Layup attempt, front iron and in. Just like I said, Amen Thompson get up to a first start and makes his first basket, 2-0 Houston. Curry right side of the floor. Cross-court pass out left side, too tall over the right shoulder of Podziemski, and that is a Golden State turnover. As great as Golden State is, they will turn the basketball over.
I'll do you one better. Having Draymond Green take your first shot from the perimeter is like having 2 turnovers on the first 2 possessions.
Yeah, you will take your chances with him launching the deep ball. Şengün, three-point line right. Behind him and to his left for Van Vliet's got Podziemski in front of him. Here's to Green to the top of the key. Met there by Curry. Takes a step back. Crossover. Now comes out between the rings. Shot clock at 7. Jalen, lob, and as a bad pass, it's intercepted by Podziemski off the tip from Draymond in front to Moses Moody, and he is fouled on the baseline. We have a whistle against Fred Van Vliet. That was a telegraph pass, and Draymond Green may not win the Defensive Player of the Year award, but he is one of the great post defenders despite his 6'6" body.
And playing the passing lanes, got the interception, started a fast.
Moses Moody, 27.5 minutes, 7 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. Shot 5 attempts. Free throw rattles around and falls out. Rockets will maintain a 2-0 advantage.
Well, a lot like the other night, a very good start on both ends of the floor for the Rockets, minus that 1 turnover.
Yeah, Rockets got off that 7-0 start in the game. Here's the second free throw. Alpi went in the lane early. Free throw good anyway. And the Moody free throw cuts the lead in half. Minute 15 gone by. 2-1 Rockets. Green between the rings. Straight on 3. He's open. It's on the way, and it's good. And there's an excellent sign. A deep ball from the straightaway top of the arc. Makes it 5-1 Houston. as Jalen hits his first three-pointer. Again, he really struggled. He was a rough night from the perimeter. Podziemski left side angle, defended hard by Green, out left side. Here's Jimmy Butler going against Dylan Brooks. Left side angle with 6, with 5 on the post-up. To the baseline. Face guarded by Brooks. Shot attempt from 12, that's missed. Draymond Green had the rebound momentarily, and on a knee, Fred VanVleet takes it. In front court, Jalen to the baseline left for Şengün. Going to post up against Draymond Green. At the dotted circle, an 8-foot shot. No, going to give it to Thompson. He's fouled, goes up, and he'll get free throws. What a pass that time from Alperen Şengün to find Thompson. And I think there's a concerted effort here, AC, to get Amen Thompson active on the offensive side here in this first quarter.
Either you've watched a lot of Rockets games or you were in on the coaches' meetings because you called that one.
Yeah. He just looked out of sorts. And he looked more than any other player on the floor like it was his first playoff game. Amen hits the free throw.
Well, that's a sign right
there.
there.
6-1,
Yeah. You're right. And he'd be the first one to tell you that. One of the most accountable guys on this team. That's what this team is all about. That's what Ime Udoka demands.
8 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists for Amen Thompson in 33 minutes of play. He was 4-9 from the floor. Second free throw, back iron, and gets the friendly roll. And very similar to just 3 nights ago, a nice early start for the Rockets. It's 7-1. 9:52 clock moving first quarter. Curry straight on from 27 feet. That's up, and that is good. Got a nasty screen and hits the open three.
Yeah, it should have been an offensive foul, but they didn't call it.
7-4 with 2:15 gone by. Green, middle of the court. Right, step back, three-point try, off the heel, miss. And the rebound is secured by Moses Moody. Gets it in front court for Draymond Green. Weave handoff to Curry. Whistle, foul coming up. And we're going to call against the Rockets as Draymond Green gets caught up with Amen Thompson, and Amen can't believe the call against him. It's a hold, and that'll be a foul against Houston. That'll be their second.
Pretty incredible when Draymond initiated all of the contact, and that's 2 straight possessions where Amen Thompson has not been the beneficiary of the whistle.
Side out here. Baseline left. Catch, shoot, launch. Back heel miss for Curry. Rebound weak side to Şengün. Fred in front left side. Here's Dylan Brooks. Going to try to post up against Jimmy Butler. Baseline left side. That's on the way and good from 12 feet with a little bark from Dylan Brooks to the Golden State sideline. 9-4 Houston. 9:08 remaining in the first quarter of play. Curry with a 2-hand handoff to Podziemski. Down the lane he goes. Euro step. Left-hand layup. That's missed. Rebounded Jalen off the window. Coming right back. Here's Jalen with a crossover. Green hands it off to the dunker spot. And a 2-hand flush for Amen Thompson. Amen, much better start. Rockets up by 7, 11-4. Three-pointer coming right back. That's on the way and good. Off the hands of Moses Moody, who knocks down a 26-footer. That's a fast break three if you've ever heard of one. 11-7. Rockets up by 4.
The great equalizer, Matt.
8:34. Clock moving first quarter. VanVleet between the rings. Pass to the hip of Brooks. Low block left into Şengün. Şengün against Butler. Turns and spins. Going to kick it out underneath dunker spot to the baseline left. Brooks is contested. He goes up. Shot clock violations coming up against the Rockets. Brooks had to throw that up with 1 on the clock as he was not ready for it. He was basically falling out of bounds too. Golden State guarded that beautifully. And that is the second Rocket turnover here. 11-7 with 8:19 moving clock.
Rockets were thinking about challenging for a foul.
Right side of the floor, it is Podziemski to Draymond. Back out to Moody, left side to Butler. Tightly guarded by Brooks. Here's Curry, gets by Şengün. Kick out left side, Draymond, side pocket 3, front iron miss. Another rebound to Şengün. Coming right back, here comes Jalen Green. He's got Draymond in front of him. Jalen takes a couple of steps back. Going to take him off the dribble. He'll try to. Near the top of the key, passing to Şengün against Moody. Dunks it down with the right hand. I love that defensive matchup. Can the Rockets get a lot of that? Alpi on the scorecard. Rockets up 13-7. And there's a traveling violation. Complete missed communication between Podziemski and Curry gets called for the walk. And that's their second turnover.
Infamously, late in that game the other night, Podziemski not called for a travel.
13-7 with 7:44. Clock stopping here in the first quarter. Another great energy early part of this crowd. Maybe 8:45 games help a little bit.
This crowd's amazing right now. Electric.
Fred VanVleet comes across the timeline. Again, Rockets right to left, and we got a whistle underneath, and we got bodies flying everywhere. Boy, Draymond Green goes all the way back to the stanchion, and a foul is going to be called against Green. My guess is not seeing it, but I know Draymond, he probably embellished half of that.
You can tell who the foul was called upon with the reaction of this crowd.
He got tied up with Dylan Brooks. That is the second Golden State foul and the first foul against Draymond. Rockets will have it side out here. Van Vliet will inbound it near the Golden State bench. Shot clock at 19 seconds. Van Vliet with a lob to Şengün. Top of the key. Free throw, 15-foot jumper, front rim, no. A little hesitation on that one. Butler with a rebound. Right side to Brandon Podziemski. He's got the basketball. Gets a screen from Buckets. Podziemski slides it over to Draymond. Baseline right. Jimmy Butler being met there. Face guarded by Fred Van Vliet. Shot clock at 9. Still on that right baseline. Now on the post up. Cross court to Podziemski. He'll pump fake. Tries to get by Brooks. Tries a long contested 2. That's a brick off the window. My gosh. Terrible shot from Brandon Podziemski. Rockets defend one shot and out. Van Vliet left side of the floor. Screened by Thompson. Freddie still has it against Curry. Down the lane, Freddie to the baseline right. Setting, firing, missing front rim for Brooks. Offensive rebound to Şengün. Kicks it back out to Jalen. Left side 3 is up. That's off left. Another offensive rebound to Şengün. Giving it back to Jalen. Lost the ball on the way up. Ball tapped out a couple of times. Fred's got it right side with 7 to shoot. To Brooks at the right elbow. He'll turn. How about an 8-foot shot? That's short. Rockets had a plethora of opportunities. And we have a foul in the backcourt against the Rockets on the rebound. It'll be against Amen Thompson. And with that, we got ourselves a timeout. Loose ball foul will be called as Butler is fouled by Thompson. And Amen, something to keep an ear on here. That is his second foul of the first quarter. 6:47 remaining in the first. Score reads Rockets 13 and the Warriors 7. And now these words from your local station.
You've trusted Partners in Building for nearly 40 years to build your one-of-a-kind custom home. We've designed and built literally thousands of them across the city. That kind of custom experience is why Partners in Building is the #1 custom builder in Houston. Witness for yourself the timeless craftsmanship of these homes in neighborhoods like the Memorial Villages, the Medical Center, Oak Forest, Bel Air, and more. To find out about building your own custom home through our unique Build on Your Lot program, stop by one of our model homes today or visit partnersinbuilding.com for details.
If it feels like your home is never comfortable, you're cold, feels drafty during the winter, during the summer, it feels like you could never cool it down, one of the biggest reasons is because your windows leak. Allied Siding and Windows.com can fix that with the best quality windows installed by master professionals, certified master installers. 713-WINDOWS. Allied Siding and Windows.com. 713-WINDOWS.
Memorial Hermann and the Houston Rockets are proud to bring Houston an exclusive first-of-its-kind co-branded partnership. This is the first time a health system and a national sports organization have ever come together to advance orthopedics. From broken bones to joint replacement, the specialists at Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics bring you innovative capabilities for a broad range of medical needs. You can get the same level of unparalleled care as elite athletes. Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics. For more information, visit memorialhermann.org/ortho-rockets.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, just took the Tacoma off-road, deep into the woods, got to this hidden campsite only it could reach.
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Hey, wait, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Uh-huh, yeah, thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control.
Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
Adam Clanton and Matt Thomas with you here inside Toyota Center. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Houston Rockets radio network.
And now, Houston.
NBA Radio on Sirius XM is available on your connected devices. Listen at home anytime you want with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, or however you stream in the house.
On for the Rockets in Game 2 against the Golden State Warriors in this best-of-7 first-round series. 13-7, Houston with the lead. 6:41 remaining. The only negative, Amen Thompson had just assessed his second foul before that timeout. So with 6:41 to go here in the first frame, Matt Thomas, you got to start looking at one of your best defenders not being on the floor potentially as often.
Yeah, we'll probably see Tara Eason replace him here. I don't think you want to risk anything more than that. Now, to Amen's credit, he has been very smart, doesn't get tossed out of games in terms of foul issues, so he can play responsibly with those 2 fouls, but probably not for at least a few minutes here as we welcome you back to Toyota Center with a 13-7 Rocket League. Game 3 of the series will be Saturday night in San Francisco. It'll be a 7:30 start time from the Bay Area. All right, you've got Gary Payton checking in for the Golden State Warriors. Payton, 9th year out of Oregon State, was once a Summer League member of the Houston Rockets organization, but has been able to carve out a nice NBA career. And as expected here, AC, we've got Tari Eason on the floor, and he will guard Jimmy Butler. Curry inherits the basketball on the inbound. Clock moving here with 6:35 remaining in the first quarter. Curry across the timeline, slides over to Draymond Green, again being face guarded by Brooks. Throws a terrible pass, and it's intercepted by Şengün. 2-on-1 to Brooks. Right side layup, and around the rim and does not drop. But a foul's coming up against Golden State. Free throws here for DB.
And what that was created by Dillon's defense on Draymond, disrupting the pass, and Şengün playing the passing lanes, giving him a little taste of his own medicine.
Foul is on Gary Payton III. That is his first third-team foul against Golden State here in the quarter. We're about to see Quentin Post come in. My guess would be to spell Draymond here. We'll see if the Rockets go with a bigger lineup as Brooks hits the first two. The Rockets have doubled up here at Golden State 14-7. Dillon also struggled from the floor in game one. He was 3 of 9, made 2 of his 5 3-pointers, finished with 11 points in 34 minutes of play. So Curry stays in. Green stays in. And the free throw is up and good. 2 makes there for Dillon Brooks, and the Rockets have an 8-point lead at 15-7. Moody, Curry, Green, Post, and Payton on the floor right now for Golden State. Curry left side of the floor, met there by Van Vliet. Screen is set by Payton, slides it over to Green, giving a bad pass behind the back to a Payton, but it goes out left side for an open 3-point shot. That is up and in from the side pocket of Moses Moody, who has 7 first quarter points. That's his second 3. Eason passes Şengün behind the back, the top of the arc to Green, back out, baseline left, Eason 3-ball, swish. That's a good look inside because Tari Eason missed all 4 of his threes in game one. 18-10. Curry, nearly a stolen ball from Alperen Şengün. I love the defensive intensity here from Alpi nearly going.
How about from everybody? I mean, the energy is spectacular, and you said it with Tari Eason. He struggled with that shot most of the season, the outside shot, so that's a good sign, like you said.
Yeah, Golden State's got 3 field goals, AC. All of them are 3-pointers. That's how crazy things have gone for them. Here is Payton between the rings. Shot clock at 13 to his right for Moody. He's got 2 triples, and we have a whistle away from the basketball, and a foul is going to be coming up. And that will be a call against the Rockets, and the 4th foul in the first against Dillon Brooks for a hold against Gary Payton. That was well away from the basketball. Side out here as Quentin Post will inbound the basketball for Golden State. To his left for Payton. He's got it between the circles. To the top of the arc for Draymond Green. Again, being hassled by Dillon Brooks. 1 dribble, hands it off to Green. Good defense by Jalen. Tries to take it away and does so. He's on the ground. We got a tie-up. Outstanding effort, and now you got Curry and Green saying hello to each other. Tari Eason involved as Golden State teams come out. Officially, it's our first high-energy moment between these 2 very volatile basketball teams.
Rockets do not back down from anything or anyone, least of all the Golden State Warriors.
And I love that Jalen Green did not give up on trying to poke that ball away. It got between the legs of Stephon Curry. And Curry will have to go to the jump circle at midcourt to go against Jalen Green.
Good luck against that pogo stick.
How often do you think Steph Curry practices jump balls in a practice?
Less than never.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I mean, Jalen's got rocket boosters attached to his calves, so
got to be aware of where his teammates are. He's got Alperen behind him and to his left. He's got Dillon to his right. Jump circle, and he goes to the right, and the ball is at midcourt. Finally secured by Tari Eason, who had it stolen by Gary Payton. Yikes.
Unreal.
That was not fun. Here comes Draymond across the timeline. Rockets up by 8. Moody's going to try a 3rd 3-pointer. It is off the back iron. Rebound to Jalen. Green comes in the front court. Rockets are up 18-10. 5:12 remaining in the first. Jalen left side of the floor to the top to Brooks. Inside to Şengün, and it's too tall, and he's going to step out of bounds. It's a turnover.
It's just
got to be very careful on those lead passes as Şengün was trying to separate from his defender and Draymond Green, and because he had to do that, he had to go after the basketball. Draymond there, right there at 6'6", does not let passing lanes very open.
You just don't have to make those passes.
4th Rocket turnover of the first quarter. They averaged 14 during the course of the regular season. Moody to Draymond on the right-hand side of the floor. Pass to a cutter that's underneath, and it's out of bounds. And it was last touch by Jalen Green as the pass was intended for Moses Moody.
And Fred is asking for the type of foul calls the Warriors are getting on the other end.
You will hear more officials player conversation in the postseason than you'll hear anywhere else on both sides.
Especially between these two teams.
Absolutely. All right, shot clock at 17. Draymond left elbow, and he is fouled by Dillon Brooks, and that's Dillon's seconds. We're getting a tight call on both sides, to be brutally honest with you.
Yeah, that's
not what the Rockets want. That's a clear foul against Dillon Brooks as went for the sweep move to Green, and the contact came against Dillon, and that's going to send Draymond to the free throw line on the 5th Rocket foul of the quarter.
But again, Matt, that's fine if you're going to call it that way, but call it on both ends, because Amen Thompson, I still can't believe he got wiped out like that, and there was no call. If you're going to call a tight game, you got to do it on both ends.
Green on the missed free throw. That's his first one. He did not shoot a free throw in game number 1 as Jabari Smith comes in for Dillon Brooks. So just something to keep an ear to. You've got your starting forwards, Amen Thompson and Dillon Brooks, both with 2 personal fouls. Golden State at the free throw line in game 1. They were 11 of 14. The Rockets were 11 of 20. Draymond's second free throw. That's on the way and good. 18 to 11. Green with his first point. 4:50 clock moving first quarter from downtown Houston. Moses Moody's gone the entire way. Now he guards Van Vliet across the timeline. Şengün sets a screen. Pick and roll comes. Alpe kicks it to an alley-oop, and there's Tari Eason for the flush. Nice pass, and a beautiful finish for Tari. Rockets up by 9. That is their largest lead at 20 to 11. Curry, bounce pass inside, layup, not going to happen. He just tripped and fell out of bounds at Gary Payton.
Well, that is the Rockets getting away with a missed call.
That's a trip. Yep. That's a break for the Rockets.
Absolutely should
and
have been
Steve
a foul.
Kerr cannot believe their non-whistle. He's wearing out Sean Corbin. Rightly so. Green between the rings. That's Jalen with the basketball. He's got Payton in front of him. Şengün sets a screen. Green falls down. Şengün takes it to the free throw line. Against Post. Goes on the way up, and he is going to keep the basketball. Last touch by Quentin Post. Rockets will have it with 6 to shoot.
Curry
and Steve Curry is still, Steve Kerr still trying to get the call from Courtney Kirkland. Like, what happened? What did I miss?
You've got Kerr on the near side doing the same thing Curry's doing on the far side, each with 2 different officials.
4:08 remaining, and a timeout comes to Golden State. And this is about 90% about David Guthrie hearing it, and Steve Kerr still cannot believe there wasn't a trip call against the Rockets. They do catch a break. 4:08 remaining in the first. Rockets shooting 54% from the floor. They got a pair of threes, and they made all 4 of their free throws. And they lead Golden State 20 to 11. We take a timeout here from Toyota Center as you listen to Houston Rockets playoff basketball.
Here at T-Shirts Plus, we are known for our commitment to providing the highest quality embroidered screen printed apparel and promotional products at the most competitive prices. Our custom designed products are perfect for any business, club, promotion, or team. Our T-Shirts Plus team will make you and your logo stand out. Let our business help promote yours at T-Shirts Plus. Give us a call at 936-756-7587. Visit us online or stop by our Conroe location. T-Shirts Plus is a proud sponsor of the Houston Rockets.
Memorial Hermann and the Houston Rockets are proud to bring Houston an exclusive first-of-its-kind co-branded partnership. This is the first time a health system and a national sports organization have ever come together to advance orthopedics. From broken bones to joint replacement, the specialists at Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics bring you innovative capabilities for a broad range of medical needs. You can get the same level of unparalleled care as elite athletes. Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics. For more information, visit memorialhermann.org/ortho-rockets.
What does it mean to be the energy behind Clutch City? At Reliant, it means powering the home of the Houston Rockets and the homes of Rockets fans across our hometown. Reliant is harnessing the energy on the court to power game day. Together, we make a powerful team. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of the Houston Rockets. To learn more, visit Reliant.com or call 1-866-RELIANT.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
The Houston Rockets and Adidas are excited to host the 2025 Summer Basketball Skills Camp at 4 locations in the greater Houston area. Kids ages 10 and up will work on their basketball skills with highly trained coaches, plus tickets to an upcoming 2025-26 Rockets home game, and Adidas camp gear will be on your way. Register your kid now at Rockets.com. 4:08 remaining in first quarter action. The good news, Rockets up 20-11. The bad news, Amen Thompson and Dylan Brooks each picking up 2 fouls in this quarter with still over 4 minutes remaining, Matt Thomas. So a mixed bag, but I'll take it, especially after what happened on Sunday night. The key is if you can keep this lead heading into that second quarter, maybe score more than 13 points.
Well, that was a lousy quarter that involved a bunch of turnovers. There was like 5 in like a 2.5, 3 minute stretch. I get the sense, not that I should make the first 8 minutes of a game an indictment of or what's going to happen. It feels like to me that if you're going to get a much closer, tighter officiated game, you're going to see very little wiggle room, which unfortunately may be accurate and may be the proper thing to do, but the Rockets don't want that. The Rockets were enjoying the fact that the whistles were not free-flowing, especially when they held Steph Curry to that 1 for 10.
And while I do think it's less beneficial to the Rockets, I don't think that necessarily benefits the Warriors, as they are pretty scrappy themselves defensively, and a guy like Draymond Green, he'll be susceptible to foul calls.
All right, Van Vliet will inbound the basketball. Shot clock at 6, and he'll lob it out to Tari between the circles. Shot clock at 4, free throw line, kicks it out to Alp. He's going to launch a three-pointer. It is up, front rim miss. Rebound to Curry and a leak out to Quentin Post. Post has to wait for teammates, and he'll do so. Behind him to Butler. Jimmy's got it, left-hand dribble drive against Eason. To the window he goes, off the backboard and in. That's just automatic for Jimmy Buckets. He's done it no matter where he's played. 20-13. Rockets up by 7 with 3:40 remaining in the first. Jalen across the timelines, played the entire first quarter. Screened by Şengün. Jalen with a crossover. Down the lane and a throw down. Nicely done with 2 hands over Jimmy Butler. Rockets back up by a game-high 9. 22-13. 3:25. There's a three-pointer for Curry. Front iron miss. Rebound to Jabari Smith. Rockets trying to go for a double-digit lead. Hand off to Green, left side angle. Green to the left side of Jabari. Met there by Quentin Post. Jabari wants a 3 off the heel. Top of the backboard. Ball tapped. It's going to be out of bounds. Şengün tapped it to Eason, and he left it and could not hold on. It'll be possession to Golden State. As Brandon Podziemski is going to come back in for Golden State. And for the first time, it is Buddy Hield, the longtime NBA veteran. Sacramento among his stops. Here in Golden State now in his 9th year out of Oklahoma. Steven Adams also on the floor for the first time as Alperen Şengün gets his first rest. Fred VanVleet is also out as the Rockets bring in Amen Thompson here with 3:05 remaining with those 2 fouls. Curry across the timeline, right side over to Jimmy Butler. Contested nicely by Tari Eason. Slides it over. This is Hield at the top of the arc. To the free throw line. Shot clock at 5. Out to Curry left side, being harassed by Jabari. To the baseline. With 1, going to put up a shot with the right hand. That's up and good. That is exactly what he does. He closes his eyes, throws it high in the air, and it goes right through the twine.
Bump Jabari off to get the space.
22-15. A little separation for Curry made all the difference. Adams underhand toss to Thompson. Right in front of the free throw line. 14-footer. That's off the heel. And we're going to get a clip, and that's going to be another foul against Amen Thompson. And he is down. As to is a Golden State Warrior. Who is that?
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler. He got clipped.
And he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, that was a hard fall for both of them, unfortunately.
And it's a completely sporadic thing, spontaneous thing. But unfortunately, that's Amen Thompson's 3rd foul. Of greater concern if you're a Warriors fan is the fact that Jimmy Butler's still down.
Amen is getting up. That's good. Problem is, he's done for the first half. That's his 3rd foul.
I didn't see which side and how he landed, but it looks like a lower back situation for Jimmy. He is not in good shape right now.
He's still on his stomach. Buddy Hield's going to try to go over and help him a little bit. And now he is up. That is going to be a nice, good old-fashioned body bruise when he gets in the shower later tonight.
Well, they have like a million days between all these games, these first 3 games of the series.
It is crazy, isn't it? Now, here's the thing. We're going to go the other direction. Not only was it a 3rd foul on Amen Thompson, but that's going to be free throws here for Golden State.
Well,
as Aaron Holiday has to come in now because the men's got his third foul. Your rotation that you went 8 deep is now going to go to a 9th player here as Holiday's going to step on the floor for the first time this postseason.
And I'm telling you, Matt, what you're losing in defense, if Aaron Holiday spots up and gets open, he's going to hit those threes. That is a good thing for the Rockets if you want to look at the glass half full version of this scenario. Jimmy is not moving well.
No, this is going to be quite sore for a while here. Butler's first free throw coming up, in and out, no good. Boy, they've missed a few here in this early first quarter. They're 2 of 5.
Well, you saw how he shot that. Just no lift. He is in a lot of pain. He's hunched over. He's trying to bend his knees, get a little motion. I think he tweaked that back.
Aaron's played in the playoffs with both Phoenix, Atlanta, and Indiana over his career, so he does have experience. Also played for the Wizards, but I can almost guarantee there was no chance of being in the playoffs during that run. Second free throw is up and good for Butler. That gives him 3 points, and he is, would you say hobbling? Would that be a fair statement there?
That's putting it mildly.
Guy Santos also in for Golden State, 22-16. Rockets up by 6. Jalen goes baseline left to Holiday, swings it out to Jabari, gives up the 3. At the left elbow, a 15-foot shot is up and in. That looked good on takeoff. Nice 2-point basket there for Jabari on the scorecard. 24-16 Houston. 2:05 clock moving first quarter. Kevon Looney in for the first time for Golden State. He's got the basketball. Hands it off to Podziemski, being harassed by Holiday. Screen set by Looney. Podziemski right side 3. That's off the heel. And we're going to get a loose ball foul called against Guy Santos. He pushed off against Jabari Smith. That was an easy call. First foul against the Warriors in the final 2. Santos commits the infraction. And
Jimmy's going to the locker room.
Jimmy is going to the locker room. He is in a full hobble here.
And that is not what you want to see if you're the Warriors. Now, Matt, you know who you're going to keep an eye on. He's going to the bench right now. But Steph Curry's going to have to take this game over if Jimmy ain't right.
Moses Moody with 7 first quarter points back in the lineup. 146. Jalen straight on three-pointer. Up, back heel, no. Rebound, trickles out, nobody touched it. Hield actually shielded off Jabari and couldn't get to the basketball, so it goes out of bounds. Rockets not shooting well for 3 for a second straight game. 2 of 8 in the first quarter. Golden State is 3 of 9. 3 of their 5 field goals for the Warriors have come from distance. Santos across the timeline with a 1:35 remaining in the first. Santos out left side over to Looney. Pass to Podziemski, going to post up against Holiday. Shot clock at 10. Out to heel for a left side 3. Back heel miss. And they are woeful as well from distance. Free throw line rebound to Tari Eason. Tari met there by Moody. Gets by Moody. Down the lane. Underhand layup. Scoop. Score. Tari with 7 in the quarter. It's a double-digit lead for the first time tonight for Houston at 26-16. Three-pointer left side. Santos no. And a rebound to Jabari. I'll take that all day. Here comes Holiday right side. Crossover. Long 2 on the way. Front iron miss. Rebound to Moody. 55 seconds remaining. Moody to Podziemski, who's straight away. To his right for Kevon Looney. He won't shoot from the outside. Santos, low block right against Jabari. Bounce pass to Kevon. Free throw jumper for Looney. Ooh. Absolute brick. Good gracious, what a bad miss.
Getting injured.
Tari Eason right side. Got healed in front of him. Behind him to Jalen, who's directing traffic with a left hand. Adams wants to going to pick for Jalen. Gets by him. Down the lane he goes. Left-hand layup. Lost the ball on the way out. That's a turnover, and possession goes to Golden State.
Oh, man, Matt. Just, this is a theme all season. Jalen goes to the basket, gets contact. What do you think?
Not enough to call a foul. I'm looking. I'm looking for the right hand of Moody. It'd be Moody. I didn't see.
Santos at the outset of that replay, I thought got him on the body early.
Yeah. All right, Jonathan Kuminga is going to come in for the first time. But first we take a timeout here. 28.6 seconds remaining. Rockets 26, Warriors 16, back in 60.
Houston is challenging the rule on the floor of out-of-bounds Golden State ball.
Oh, this must be painfully obvious. Details on that in a minute as you listen to Houston Rockets playoff basketball.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Just took the Tacoma off-road deep into the woods. I got to this hidden campsite only it could reach, Hey, what about you?
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Oh, sweet. Wait, hey, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Mm-hmm. Thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control. I didn't even break a sweat getting up to the spot.
Oh, well, I hit some pretty rough terrain myself. The Tundra handled it no problem with all that torque. Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
Whatever fun looks like to you, the Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are ready for it. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0.9% APR financing for 36 months on a rugged new 2025 Tundra. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for offer details. Offer available in select states and ends 4/30/25.
Houston is challenging the out-of-bounds call.
And you're absolutely right. Guy Santos touches his left arm to the left forearm of Jalen Green. Then again, the Rockets are not challenging the possession. What you can do is you can challenge to say, yeah, we're looking for possession, and the officials can call a foul because of the possession change.
Because the cause of it going out of bounds was Jalen Green getting fouled. The Rockets did this late in the regular season. I can't remember what team it was against, but it worked to their advantage.
It might have been Golden State, too.
It might have been, actually.
Yeah.
Gave them the possession. But as we were talking about during the break, Matt, huge gamble, because if you lose this is first quarter challenge, and you're out the rest of the game with the challenge. Officials are discussing, and it looks like they're about...
That's an arm drape. Problem is...
But it's contact.
Is it enough? David Guthrie, the crew chief, still has a headset on. Now it's off. Here comes a big, important first quarter replay call.
After replay review, there's clear and conclusive evidence that there's contact to the arm by Santos.
There you go.
To the shooter, Green. Therefore, the challenge will be successful. Green will shoot 2 shots. Houston retains their second challenge.
I was not aware. I thought they were challenging the possession. They just challenged whether or not it was a foul.
No.
Okay.
You have to challenge the possession.
Okay.
You can find a foul within the possession.
Gotcha.
And that's exactly what they did. They never meant to challenge who touched it last.
Right.
It was, hey, there's a reason why Jalen lost the basketball. It was the Guy Santos foul. So not only do they win the challenge, the foul's called on Santos, and Jalen goes to the free throw line for 2 free throws here to hopefully extend the Rocket lead, which is right now at 26-16. It's a sneaky little way to do it. Here's the free throw, one up and good. And I know some aren't huge fans of it.
Well, until they...
But the rule is...
Right.
There's a reason why my team lost the ball. And I've got a reason why. I'm going to show you on the foul.
You rightly have talked about this all season, how you need to revisit this system. The system's good, but you need to revisit it in the offseason to maybe upgrade it and improve it.
Rockets have made all 6 of their free throws in a quarter. They've scored 6 straight points. They lead 28-16. Shot clock at 15. Steph Curry is on the floor. Screened by Kuminga for the very first time. Kuminga left elbow. Down the lane he goes. Left-hand layup. Missed it. Ball tapped up a couple of times. Hield's got it left corner with 10 seconds. Shot clock is off. Golden State will play for the final shot. Hield crossover against Jalen. Left elbow. Down the lane. Right-hand layup. He scored. Boy, that's a good move against Jabari Smith of all people. 28-18. Jalen, three-quarter court. No shot attempt. Boy, hit the front rim. And a traveling violation has been called against Jalen Green. That's going to give Golden State a chance here to actually catch and shoot because there's 0.3 of a second remaining on the clock. So not only did Jalen jump stopped.
He forgot to
dribble. And that's a big early mistake. And you've got to play tenacious defense here. You do not want to give them any points off of this at all.
Well, 0.3, can they even legally score? I thought it was 0.4.
Shoot. No, it's 0.3.
Okay.
It is 0.3.
Well, play defense, and you're going to be going to the second quarter with a double-digit advantage.
So Hield scores the layup. Curry on the inbound. Lob. Ball deflected. Nicely done, Aaron Holiday. Nice poke away. And that'll end the first quarter of play. That pass intended for Moses Moody nowhere close. And we'll go to the second quarter with your Rockets up by 10. It's Houston 28, Golden State 18. Second 12 next from the Toyota Center as you listen to Houston Rockets playoff basketball.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
You are at the center of our care at Memorial Hermann. We offer more locations and more options that put you closer to advanced medicine. With over 25 imaging centers throughout Greater Houston, virtual office visits with your own doctor, and access to in-person and virtual urgent care, you get the care you need when, where, and how you need it. This is convenient care designed around you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
At Frost, some of our services sound too good to be true. Like the largest ATM network in Texas. Early payday, so direct deposits made to personal checking accounts are available up to 2 days earlier. Having a real live banker to talk to 24/7. Or that time a Frost banker gave a San Antonio restaurant her personal debit card number after a customer's card was mistakenly declined at his business dinner. True story. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
Adam Clanton back here inside Toyota Center. Time now for the Memorial Hermann Health Tip of the Game. It's brought to you by Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care. Parents, accidents and illnesses can happen to your kids 24/7. But how do you know when a visit to the pediatrician or ER is necessary? Children's Memorial Hermann is here to help. Learn which symptoms to never ignore, including large or painful rashes, a very high fever, and difficulty breathing. For more information on the symptoms that you should never ignore, visit memorialhermann.org/children's. Children's Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care. Hakeem Olajuwon autographing basketballs courtside as we get ready for second quarter action. It could not have gone much better for the Rockets in the first 12 minutes. 28-18 is the lead for Houston after the first 12 minutes, Matt Thomas. Rockets shooting the ball pretty well. Better than the Warriors, who they held to 32% shooting overall and just 3 of 11 from the outside. Rockets also hitting all 6 of their free throws. The only blemish, the fact that Amen Thompson got 3 personal fouls, but on that third personal foul, he sent Jimmy Butler to the locker room, and he has not returned to the Warriors bench.
It was inadvertently. It was an undercut. It was just wrong place, wrong time. So both teams have also had a hard time holding on to the basketball. They both have 5 turnovers in the first quarter. Rockets do have a 14-2 paint point advantage as Curry and Butler, who were the 1-2 punch in game 1, held at 8 points on 3 of 6 shooting, and a lot of heavy lifting may have to come from Jonathan Kuminga, who is a big mystery to me, Adam. He played in 47 games this year for him. A couple of them against the Rockets were some of his best work of the year, but there's been a lot of DNP CDs as he now has to play with Butler in the locker room for Golden State.
Rockets also bludgeoning the Warriors on the glass 13-6.
Fred VanVleet back in, Dylan Brooks in as well. Here's Şengün down the heart of the lane, goes up with a right-hand layup, back iron, tap a couple of times, and is finally into the hands of Buddy Hield, who'll give it up right-hand side. Look who's in the lineup, Pat Spencer. Boy, both teams going a lot deeper here in this game. Spencer, left-hand dribble drive, gets by Dylan Brooks and scores. Pat freaking Spencer makes it 28-20. 30 seconds in, first possession for Golden State successful. VanVleet straight away to Brooks, right side Fred. Thought about the 3, baseline to Jabari. He'll kick it out left side. Dylan gives up the 3. In front of the free throw line to the baseline for Alpe. That's well short. He finessed it. Offensive rebound to Adams. Shot clock at 11. VanVleet straight away to Brooks. Screen set by Alpe. Dylan top of the key. Free throw line. Pulls up. Left side. 12-foot shot. Got it in front of Draymond Green. And Draymond Green. And now we've got Post and Adams getting tied up at the free throw line. We got Green and Brooks pushing each other. 2 separate instances. And if you push Steven Adams down, I pray for your soul. And Draymond is over there talking to Ime Udoka right now. That conversation has to be quite spirited.
I'll take Udoka.
Dylan Brooks is called for a foul as he got tied up with Quentin Perot.
Yeah, it's funny how that
Dylan
happens.
Brooks got tied up with Draymond, excuse me.
Right.
And then a technical foul has been called on somebody. Might be on Post. We got 2 separate calls here coming our way here.
Well, listen, Dylan is trying to get up and run up the floor, and Draymond shoves him, so I don't know how that's a foul on Dylan Brooks.
Okay, double technicals on Post.
But how is that a foul on Dylan Brooks, Matt?
I've never seen a guy get a leash like this in the NBA in my life.
So Post and Adams get double tees. The foul is called on Dillon, and that's his third. You're starting front court, have 3 fouls apiece.
They fouled each other. It's instant. I mean,
Well, neither one of them have resumes to say benefit of the doubt, unfortunately.
But how come Draymond does get it?
Here's Green to Kuminga at the dotted circle. He lost the basketball. Van Vliet with a steal at the left elbow. Coming right back, it's Alperen Şengün. Give it to Fred. Pump fakes on a 3. Top of the key, free throw line to Şengün. Turns against Draymond. Shot clock at 10. Pass inside taken away. Good defense by Kuminga and a steal for Draymond. Here is Spencer across the timeline. Rockets are up by 10. Out right side, Kuminga met there by Alperen Şengün to Draymond. Bounce pass to Hield, lost the basketball. Brooks is going to take it away. So too is Adams. There's another steal. Boy, the Golden State Warriors cannot hold on to the basketball. Here's Freddie straight away. He's hesitant to shoot the 3.
Yeah, he's got to get those shots up.
Fred's going to try that right side 3. It's up, it's in and out, it's no good. Long tap out. We got a loose ball foul called against Alperen Şengün.
Man, oh man, Matt.
Push foul called against Alpi. That'll be his second. I think that is first foul on Alperen. And that is the second foul against the Rockets.
The 50-50 foul calls where both players are going at it. They're going the Golden State Warriors' way with them down by double digits.
Officials getting a nice warm recognition from the folks here inside the arena.
Well, how bad is it going to be in San Francisco if it's like this in Houston?
Oh, I've been there.
Jeez, man.
Spencer right side to the baseline right to Post. Straight away to Draymond. Out left side, Buddy Hield, 27 feet. Brick. Rebound, long chase by Van Vliet. Rockets have 3-on-1. Giving it to Torrey. To the right side of Şengün. Pump fakes, left-hand layup. No. Tap up, no. Another tap up. Several tap ups. Finally, Tari Eason cleans up on the offensive glass and drops it in. 32-20 Houston. Spencer down the lane. High off the backboard. That's a miss. Rebound to Jabari. Ime asking the Rockets to push. Fred left side screened by Adams. At the free throw line. Out baseline right. Alpi pump fakes on a 3. Going against Buddy Hield on a post-up. Left-hand hook shot. Round the rim. Down 2 more points. It's a 14-point lead. And it's also a timeout to Golden State. 6 straight for the Rockets. And the best performance so far this young postseason coming right now to the red and black. 9:18 remaining in the second quarter. Houston 34, Golden State 20. Second quarter action continues from Toyota Center. But first, these words from your local station.
Texas Spirit started with Tito's handmade vodka. Back in the 90s, we had a dream as big as our home state. With grit, determination, and heart, we broke ground on the first legal distillery in Texas. Today, at the center of the craft spirits movement, we're still Texas-made and Texan-owned. Our copper caps line the shelves, and we fill glasses with the smoothest juice around. Remember, just because it looks like vodka doesn't mean it tastes like Tito's. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
You and your family are at the center of our care at Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital. From fetal diagnosis and intervention and surgeries performed in utero to caring for the tiniest infants and treating a wide range of neurological disorders. It's advanced pediatric care, and it's here for your family every step of the way. Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital. Advancing health, personalizing care.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, just took the Tacoma off-road, deep into the woods, got to this hidden campsite only it could reach.
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Hey, wait, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Uh-huh, yeah, thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control.
Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
What does it mean to be the energy behind Clutch City? At Reliant, it means powering the home of the Houston Rockets and the homes of Rockets fans across our hometown. Reliant is harnessing the energy on the court to power game day. Together, we make a powerful team. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of the Houston Rockets. To learn more, visit Reliant.com or call 1-866-RELIANT.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
Glow and Fire is coming to Toyota Center July 19th and 20th for the first time ever. Witness your favorite Hot Wheels monster trucks come to life, including Mega Rex, Tiger Shark, Hot Wheels 5 Alarm, Bone Shaker, Bigfoot, Gungster, and introducing the brand new Scalosaurus, the Fossil Fury villain of Hot Wheels trucks. Tickets on sale now at ToyotaCenter.com. Rockets have expanded their double-digit advantage. It's now 34-20, 9:18 to go here in the first half.
All right, so we're talking about Dylan Brooks and Amen Thompson, both with 3 fouls. Jimmy Butler is still in the locker room. Also, Brandon Pajemski is questionable to return. Whatever that stomach ailment he had.
He had an illness going into today's game.
He's obviously not feeling at 100%. And at this point, I'll take any break we can get, honestly.
Yeah, listen, the Warriors got a lot of breaks on their way to some of those titles, so I don't feel bad.
Rockets, by the way, are 3 of 9 in the quarter and have been able to expand their lead to 34-20. We're at 9:18 remaining in the first half, and the Warriors have 20 points so far. They have just 7 field goals out of 22 tries. They have as many field goals, AC, as they have turnovers. That's 7.
They scored 29 in the second quarter of Sunday's game. This second quarter is going the exact opposite of how Sunday went.
All right, so Steph Curry right now is giving some instruction to Jonathan Kuminga. So you went with Kuminga and Pat Spencer, 2 guys that did not step on the floor. The Rockets went with Aaron Holiday for a spell. Dylan Brooks is on the bench. Amen Thompson on the bench. Both are done for the first half with 3 fouls apiece. And Draymond Green will bring it across the timeline with his Warriors down 14. Hand it off to Curry. Screen set by Kuminga, out left side post, open 3 front, then miss. Ball poked away. It's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Spencer. Rebound was grabbed by Jabari, and Spencer tried to pop it out of his hands.
Score again. You cannot get up big enough on this team.
Golden State is 3 of 13 from 3 in this first half of play. Tari to the left-hand side to Alperen Şengün. Got Draymond in front of him. Screened by Fred. Alpi in the post up against Spencer. He should win that matchup. He'll turn left. He'll spin. He'll go left. He'll go right. He'll score. He's fouled. And a chance at a 3-point play. That's a defensive matchup that says, feed me more, Alperen Şengün. Foul is called on the Warriors. That's their first of the period. As Alperen Şengün goes to the line, he is 3 of 10. He has had a lot of looks in the low block and have not been able to pay off. Foul is on Spencer. That is his first. Alpi to the line for the first time tonight. It's on the way. It's a front iron, back iron, and drop. And that's 9 straight for the Rockets. Their lead is 17. Pat Spencer gets the call from Steve Kerr to Draymond Green, the right side of the floor with a left-hand dribble. Picks up the dribble, baseline right. This is post. Swings it over out to Kuminga. Kuminga left-hand side to Draymond. Screen is set by Curry. Draymond goes baseline right. That's out of bounds. Throw the ball to Quentin Post, and the baseline right is just what the Rockets ordered.
And making the pass difficult on Draymond at the outside of that play. Rockets defense is spectacular here.
That is now 8 Golden State turnovers. Tari to his right for Şengün. 3-point line right, met there by Quentin Post. Ball at his left hip. Lob out left side, Eason. Catch, shoot, launch, make 3-pointer. And the Rockets have doubled up the Warriors in the first half. It's now 40-20 Houston. 12 consecutive Rocket points. Curry, lob to post, baseline left. Giving it back to Kuminga. Left elbow, bumped by Şengün. Pulls up from 14. That's off the back iron. Warriors cannot buy a shot right now. Their second quarter has been horrendous. Tari comes across the timeline. Tari doing a lot of dribbling here in this first half. He's done a nice job at it. Şengün's got Green in front of him. To the top of the key. Lobs it out right side to Fred. Giving it now to Jabari. Catch, shoot, launch. 3-pointer, bad miss. Rebound underneath to Draymond Green. Quickly to Pat Spencer. Here comes Golden State left to right. Spencer to the free throw line. Out right side, Kuminga. He's open from 3. That is up and that is good. Jonathan Kuminga not playing a whole lot in the back half of the season. That 3-ball cuts it to 40-23 Houston.
That's a sorely needed basket if you're Golden State.
That is just their 4th 3-pointer in 14 tries. Their 8th field goal of the game. Van Vliet gets a screen from Adams. Fred left side angle. Baseline left for Şengün. Giving it back to Fred to his right. Back to the left. Şengün's going to go against post. Left home without it. That's another turnover. Goodness. Curry left side to Spencer. Layup attempt is up and he drops it in. That's 5 in a row.
Why is Draymond shoving and talking to Tari Eason? Why?
40-25. Clock moving with 6:45 remaining in the second quarter. Fred comes across the timeline. Fred's only taken one shot. It was a three-pointer. Right side angle, gets a screen from Şengün. Bounce pass to Alpi. Tries a 12-foot shot. That's too hard. Come on, Alp. Got to make those mid-range. Rebound to Quentin Post. Coming up now to Kuminga. Behind him to Green, and brings it to the front court for Golden State. They're up on the Rockets by 15. Here goes Post down the lane, left up. That's blocked. Swatted out of bounds. Jabari Smith, as Quentin Post went to go throw it down with his left hand.
What a timing there by Jabari as well.
Şengün is out. Aaron Holiday to come in. Guy Santos is back in for Golden State. Draymond Green to the Golden State bench.
What an absolute athletic play by Jabari.
We have not seen the double post yet, as Steven Adams is the only low post player out there right now for the Rockets. And it looks like Kevon Looney is going to come back in for Golden State, and he'll replace Quentin Post.
Latest substitution ever?
Yeah. I'd rather let them do it than not. Honestly, and that goes on both sides. Curry bounced past the Looney three-point line right to his left straightaway for Santos. Shot clock at 5. Curry, right elbow. Baseline right, cut off by Eason. Pass underneath. Here's Spencer from 6 feet. That's up and in. And that's 7 straight Golden State points. They're now within 13 at 40-27. 6:05 remaining here in the second quarter. VanVleet comes across the timeline. He's got the ball to midcourt R. Gets by Kuminga. Pulls up. 14-foot shot. He's fouled from behind.
Now that is a veteran move, Matt. He felt the contact coming before it did, knew to put it up. He's going to get free throws out of it.
Jonathan Kuminga picks up the foul. That is the second Golden State foul. And Fred will go to the free throw line. Fred's game, not one you want to put in the old trophy case. 4 of 19 from the floor. He was 2 of 13 from 3, had 10 points. Did have 7 dimes. Did not attempt a free throw. His first one of the playoffs is up and in. And that ends that 7-0 Golden State run. As Jalen Green's going to come in for the first time here in the second quarter. Rockets up 14 as Aaron Holiday gets back to the Rocket bench.
Well, Fred has hesitated, as you mentioned earlier, and not taken some wide open shots. He's going to have to just put those up when he gets them, because eventually they're going to fall for him, I think.
Rockets have played 9 players. Golden State has gone with 12. Free throw number 2 is up and in. Rockets up by, again, 15 at 42-27. 5:49, clock moving here, second quarter. Spencer runs point. Again, no Jimmy Butler after colliding with Amen Thompson. Looks like he's done for the game. Underneath, here's Santos. Down the lane he goes, and that ball's knocked out by Fred VanVleet. You have word on Jimmy?
TNT's broadcast is saying he will not return to the game tonight. So that is a huge blow to the Warriors. Huge.
That's their second score. That was the reason why they made the trade. They said, you know what? We think you're a better second scorer than Andrew Wiggins, and that's why they sent him to Miami. Straight away, Looney hands it off to Spencer. Left elbow down the lane. Spencer goes up. Missed the tap up is on the way and good for Kevon Looney. Nobody boxed him out, and that's Adams' responsibility. 42-29, a 13-point Houston lead. 5:25 remaining until halftime. Green across midcourt. He's got Kuminga in front of him. Adams comes to set the pick, does so. Crossover. Green, 2 crossovers. Lost the basketball on the way up, but a foul will be called against Golden State.
And
that'll be the third foul against the Warriors.
Yeah, that's still a healthy amount of time left before halftime. Just keep attacking. Force the officials to blow that whistle, get to the line, and take the Warriors out of what they're trying to do defensively as well.
And that is the second foul on Guy Santos in his 3 minutes of play. Jalen to the free throw line. I don't want to tell you how the Rockets have done so far at the stripe, so I'm not going to say a word about it.
Don't even do it.
This, however, will be their 10th attempt.
That barely moved the net.
It did. Perfect 10 of 10. Alpi is going to come in. Jabari to the bench. Jabari has played and scored 2 points in 4 minutes in his 12 minutes of play. Rockets have 3 starters in. The 2 that aren't in are the ones in foul trouble, with Brooks and Thompson both with 3 fouls here in this first half. 8 points, 4 dimes for Jalen so far tonight. Free throw 2, up, good. How about that? What a difference a night makes. They're 11 of 11 from the stripe. And the lead is back to 15 at 44-29.
With those 2 free throws, he's surpassed his scoring total from game 1.
Straight away, it is Kuminga. to left to Curry. Top of the key, free throw line, hands it to Spencer, back to Kuminga. A contested three is up, in and out, no good. Defended well by Eason, and a rebound to Steven Adams. 4:53 remaining in the second quarter. Rockets up by 15. Their largest lead's been 20. It was at 40-20. Green right side, screened by Adams. Jalen one-on-one against Kevon Looney. Takes a step back, 25-footer up, and it's nothing but not on. What a difference one game makes. Back up to an 18-point lead at 47-29. Underneath, Santos gets a beautiful feed in the left wing from Stephen Curry to drop it in for two, and Santos on the scorecard. Curry with his fourth dime. 47-31 Rockets. Jalen straight away. Now to the left of the midcourt arc. Kuminga guards him again. Adams another screen. Looney comes to double team, helping with Kuminga. Right side, on skates, three-pointer off the heel, missed. Rebound to Spencer. He had two Golden State players slide with the missed three-pointer. Pat Spencer has it, top to Looney at the top of the key. Picks up the dribble to Santos. There, Darren will shoot the three. Hands it off to Curry. Curls around Eason, mid-range, 15-footer, around the rim, no. Tap up, and it is secured by Looney in a brand new 14. Out to Spencer for an open three. That's off the backboard and in. My goodness. Well, Pat Spencer with 9 off the bench, including a bank three, 47-34 Houston.
He's spelling Curry because Tari Eason is on him like a cheap coat right now.
Van Vliet, pass low block left. This is Şengün going against Santos. Posting, turns left, spins, and he got pushed from behind at Alperen Şengün. And the foul is on Santos. That's his third foul of the first half. He's only playing 5 minutes and he has 3 fouls, but that's really his responsibility, honestly.
He's the equivalent of a goon.
I'm sure he would take offense to that.
I don't care. He's in Houston.
All right, so the Rockets will shoot free throws here the rest of the way at 3:24 remaining in the first half, up by 13. Again, the Rockets held a 40-20 advantage. Green to Tari. Posting up, we have a whistle. Stoppage in play of some sort. And a foul has been called against Golden State, I think.
Really?
Yeah. It is on Kevon Looney away from the basketball on a hold against Tari Eason. Tari wants to shoot free throws, and they're like, no. It was Steven Adams. He was the guilty, the man who got the contact. Nice move that time by Tari to try to sacrifice his free throw ability.
Well, we all know why.
Adams free throw.
Hey.
What are you talking about?
I was doing reverse psychology.
I know, it worked out beautifully.
There's no way he makes 2 in a row.
Buddy Hield, by the way, is in for Spencer. Pat Spencer off the bench tonight. 9 points in his 9 minutes of play. He is 4 of 8 from the floor, including a made three.
By the way, pelvis contusion for Jimmy Butler.
We're going to have a lane violation against Golden State.
I think they might be calling a foul on Alperen, which is awful.
No, instead it's going to be a foul against Golden State. Well, no, you're right. Actually, you're right.
I'm watching
Alpe's got his hands on his head. He can't believe it. Alperen Şengün with a loose ball foul. Everybody got in the lane super early, so I was naturally to assume.
How is that a foul on Alperen? I mean, he's being
sandwiched. You know what? He's wrapping the arm around the neck of the player on the floor. Was that Kuminga
or
Looney?
Is, but he's doing it as he's being shoved by the other Warrior.
Yeah.
All right,
that's a foul against the Rockets, 48-34, and for Şengün, that's his second. Curry right side, underneath the Santos, bounce pass to Looney, reverse layup, flip, missing it off the front rim and a whistle.
Wow.
And another Rocket foul, and foul issues are starting to become a factor for another Houston Rocket.
It's on Şengün.
That's his third.
I mean, come on.
Fourth foul against the Rockets in the quarter. Looney will shoot free throws. And now you've got 3 members of your starting 5 with 3 personal fouls with still 3:09 remaining here in the second quarter.
This is why that last foul on the other end just needs to be a play on. Because now he's got 2 fouls in like 5 seconds.
Looney did not shoot any free throws. In fact, did not score in his 8.5 minutes on the floor in game 1. First attempt for him is up. It's good. 48-35. So they've been able to shave 7 points off of that game-high 20-point Houston lead. So 15-8 is the current run. Manageable. And you're doing this with Steph Curry on the floor.
Yeah. Well, it's, Spencer has spelled him a lot of the night.
And here's Looney's second free throw off the heel, no. Rebound to Easton.
And a lot of those Spencer baskets have been courtesy of a Steph assist.
3:03 remaining in the first half. Jabari watches Jalen go across the timeline. Left side of the lane goes up. That ball's blocked by Kuminga, and he saved it into the hands of Şengün. Layup attempt is missed, and he's fouled, and Alpi will get free throws. I get the feel, and I'm going off of what I'm watching here in almost the first half of play. There will be very, very tightly contested calls on both sides the rest of the week, because I think the officials know you've got a lot of hot heads on both sides of the floor. Timeout comes at 2:53 remaining. The foul on Golden State will send Alpi to the free throw line when we return. Houston up by 13 as you listen to Houston Rockets playoff basketball.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger. For mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Texas Spirit started with Tito's handmade vodka. Back in the 90s, we had a dream as big as our home state. With grit, determination, and heart, we broke ground on the first legal distillery in Texas. Today, at the center of the craft spirits movement, we're still Texas-made and Texan-owned. Our copper caps line the shelves, and we fill glasses with the smoothest juice around. Remember, just because it looks like vodka doesn't mean it tastes like Tito's. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Just took the Tacoma off-road and deep into the woods. I got to this hidden campsite only it could reach, Hey, what about you?
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Oh, sweet. Wait, hey, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control. I didn't even break a sweat getting up to the spot.
Oh, well, I hit some pretty rough terrain myself. The Tundra handled it no problem with all that torque. Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
Whatever fun looks like to you, the Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are ready for it. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0.9% APR financing for 36 months on a rugged new 2025 Tundra. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for offer details. Offer available in select states and ends 4/30/25.
Adam Clanton and Matt Thomas here inside Toyota Center. 2:53 remaining in first half action. 3 Rockets have 3 fouls in the first half here. Amen Thompson, Dylan Brooks, and now Alperen Şengün, the latest culprit. He got about 2 fouls in about a 5-second span. The good news, Matt Thomas, is that the Rockets are still clinging to a double-digit advantage. It's not 20 like it was when it was 40-20, but it does remain 48-35 with under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. And if you're tuning in late or you weren't aware, Jimmy Butler on that third foul from Amen Thompson getting a pelvis contusion as he fell hard on the floor here on the Golden State Warriors bench end, and he will not return to the game tonight.
That is an icing. That is a very painful flight back to San Francisco, I would assume. That's one of those spots when you get an injury like that. First of all, to just sleep in your own bed is an issue. Imagine trying to be on a plane on a 3.5-hour flight trying to get comfortable.
I'm sure they have some sort of laying down situation on their charter.
They do, but it's still.
But yeah,
he must be in so much pain that he can't return to a playoff game.
In all seriousness, though, when we were looking at the first round matchups, the series involving the Lakers and the Warriors, amongst others, but those two had the most rest between the first 3 games. You're taking an entire week to play 3 games, so
right.
You're going to have another 2 days off after this one.
Yep.
So that bodes well for him. But even if he does play in Game 3, he's not going to be at 100%, even close.
Rockets are 6 of 16 for the quarter. They're 2 of 5 from 3. Golden State is 7 of 16. And a 2 of 5 from three-point range. Here's Alpi at the line for the first of 2. It is on the way. It is up, and it is short. He knew it as soon as it left his hands. First missed free throw. Actually, second one, because Steven Adams missed the first one. So now the Rockets are 12 of 14.
But Alpi,
if you're Golden State, you get this within single digits at halftime, you are feeling really good about your situation.
Well, you're feeling good about the scoreboard, but not about your lineup.
Try 2. That's up and in for Alp.
I mean, not having Jimmy Butler is humongous.
Albie tonight not nearly as fluid as he was in game one. He has 3 of 11 and 8 points. Free throw there gives him 8 with 5 rebounds. Curry, left side to Heald. Giving up on the left side over to Payton. Ball player down. There's a dunk attempt that's missed. That's thankfully done as a miss for Gary Payton as he cut to the lane. That's one the Rockets will definitely take. Here is Jalen Green between the rings. Lobs over to Şengün, met there by Looney. Alpe straight away. 1 dribble with the left hand, 2. Underhand toss at Jalen. Looking for a step back 3 instead of giving to Şengün. Low block left with 3, with 2. Fred's got to launch a 26-footer. It's up, front rim, no. Tap up, rebound, Tari Eason. Brand new reset. Şengün out left side, Jalen. Sets, fires, back iron miss. Rebound, free throw line to Heald. Out to Kuminga on the leak out. Layup is up and in. 2-pointer. Now makes it a 12-point game at 49-37. Delay game warning, Golden State.
Buddy Hield's arguing it, but he absolutely facilitated that delay. Just hand the ball back, man.
That's their second chance basket of the game. Rockets only have 2 points off of the second chances, too. So, man, not a lot of miss and putbacks here. Şengün between the rings. Rockets up by 12. A launch of a 3. That's up and in. Who needs second chance opportunities when you're draining on top of the arc 3? 52-35. Curry, baseline left, moving it around. Up to Heald for a straight-on 3. That's up and in. And they get 3 right back. As Buddy Heald has now 5. 52-40. Rockets up by 12 with 1:29 remaining. Fred VanVleet, top of the arc, launches a 3. Can he get it back? He can! Back-to-back triples for the Rockets. Lead up to 55-40. Curry, met there by VanVleet. Curls, left side 3, up in G-Mini. Christmas!
The Rockets'
there
ability...
was no room, and he still launched and made it.
Yeah, the Rockets' ability to give up a 3 after making one is uncanny.
Down to a minute remaining. Green being chased by Heald. Crossover, step back, 3. Yes! Everybody's knocking down triples in downtown Houston. 58-43. Curry wants one from 28. That's up and in. That's 5 straight 3-pointers between these two teams in 5 shots. Good gracious. Jalen left side. He's hassled at midcourt to VanVleet. 13 on the shot clock. Şengün sets a screen. Freddie double team. Bounce pass to Jalen. Lob to Şengün. Oh, he's wide open. How about a 6-footer? That's around the rim and up and in. 6 straight made field goals. That one a 2-pointer. 60-46 with 25 seconds remaining. Step across the timeline. Met there by Green. Left side angle. Turns to a right hand. Now double team comes. And Jalen takes it away. It's a tie-up with him and Steph Curry.
I love it.
The double team came. That was Alperen Şengün coming to help out. And thankfully, somebody from the Rockets pulled Jalen Green by the jersey to get out of there.
Jalen, for the second time tonight, has been an absolute bulldog getting in there.
Aaron Holiday's going to come in for the Rockets. And he will spell Şengün just to make sure Alpe doesn't pick up that 4th foul. 14.7 seconds left. Smart move.
And by the way, Matt, I wasn't in here on Sunday night, but this crowd here tonight is awesome.
They haven't sat much, honestly.
They are awesome.
We just saw 6 made field goals in 6 shots.
Yeah, that was that's something we didn't see in the second quarter on Sunday.
And Curry's 2 threes. I mean, we're sick.
Just reminding you he's there.
All right, so Curry's going to jump it up yet again. And now you've got
Draymond is
Eason.
Give him a technical. This
and
is
Draymond
ridiculous.
tied up before the ball even goes up. Sean Corbin's come over to say back off.
Like, in a game where the Rockets have 3 players with 3 fouls, Draymond's doing this stuff and has 1 foul and no techs.
Courtney Kirkland's over there. Now Green and Eason are laughing at each other. There's probably some serious blank talk can happen between those two boys.
They're inventing curse words.
14.7. What are they saying?
I can't say it on an FCC-regulated radio station.
Will you tell me at halftime because I can't hear it?
They're telling Draymond how much they love him.
Oh, and he wants to hear it. Tap is up 2 times, 3 times. Ball lost. It is out of bounds. It'll be last touch by the Rockets. Golden State will have it. I think it was Jabbar that touched it last.
Yeah, both of those tie-ups between Jalen and Steph have resulted in the Warriors stealing the possession away.
Quentin Post is going to come in here, 11.5 seconds. Rockets are going to go small against this big Golden State lineup, relatively speaking. All right, Buddy Hield will inbound it. Now it's going to be a change as Moses Moody will do it. Moses had 7 points in the first quarter and hasn't scored here in the second. Curry inherits the basketball. Met there by Fred. Draymond sets a screen. Curry around two defenders. Layup attempt is on the way. Front iron, missed it. Rebound to Holiday. Three-quarter shot to end the half. Off the backboard and no good. And we were worried about Golden State putting together a little bit of a push to get under single digits. They won't be able to do so because the Rockets were bombing threes, including one from Alperen Şengün and one from Jalen Green. Jalen with 15. Alpy with 13. Eason off the bench with 12. And at the intermission, it's Houston 60 and Golden State 46. Halftime activities with Adam Klantner up next as you listen to Houston Rockets playoff basketball.
Your child is at the heart of our care at Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital. We offer the most advanced heart treatments available and have been named a top children's hospital in cardiology and heart surgery by U.S. News and World Report. It's the high level of care you need, and it's designed for your child and for you. Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital. Advancing health, personalizing care.
Rockets Nation Space City Home Network has you covered. Watch every exciting shot, block, and rebound only on Space City Home Network.
The lead explodes to the rim.
This season, when the Rockets take the court, so do you. Only on Space City Home Network.
This kid loves these moments, man.
Visit SpaceCityHN.com and click on the channel finder to see how you can watch the Rockets all season long. Space City Home Network. Out of this world coverage of your Rockets.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Just took the Tacoma off-road deep into the woods. I got to this hidden campsite only it could reach, Hey, what about you?
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Oh, sweet. Wait, hey, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control. I didn't even break a sweat getting up to the spot.
Oh, well, I hit some pretty rough terrain myself. The Tundra handled it no problem with all that torque. Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
Whatever fun looks like to you, the Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are ready for it. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0.9% APR financing for 36 months on a rugged new 2025 Tundra. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for offer details. Offer available in select states and ends 4/30/25.
Rockets fans, there's a break in the action. Adam Clanton has highlights, scores, stats, and first half analysis on your Rockets halftime show.
Adam Clanton back here inside Toyota Center. Before we advance with the halftime festivities, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification all along the Houston Rockets radio network.
And now, Houston Rockets basketball.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year Sam Mitchell every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
An electric atmosphere here on the Rockets' home floor and in their home building. You knew they had to get this one and not go out to Golden State and San Francisco down 0-2. They are halfway to making that a reality, but a long way to go. A good start, however, as we get to your first half highlights. And in the first quarter, Jalen Green getting a lot of criticism for his Game 1 performance. He was here to tell everyone that he's just fine.
Green between the rings. Straight on three. He's open. It's on the way, and it's good. And there's an excellent sign. A deep ball from the straightaway, top of the arc. Makes it 5-1 Houston as Jalen hits his first three-pointer.
So Jalen getting a shot to fall. He would get another play involved here. But first it was Dillon Brooks with the fadeaway over Jimmy Butler. And then Jalen with the dime to him in.
Fred in front, left side. Here's Dillon Brooks. Going to try to post up against Jimmy Butler. Baseline left side. That's on the way and good from 12 feet with a little bark from Dillon Brooks to the Golden State sideline. 9-4 Houston. Rebounded Jalen off the window. Coming right back. Here's Jalen with a crossover. Green hands it off to the dunker spot, and a two-hand flush for Amen Thompson. Amen, much better start. Rockets up by 7, 11-4.
Rockets with a great start, just like they had in Game 1, but could they sustain it? Well, the problem was you were getting a lot of foul calls on Amen Thompson. We'll have more on that in just a second, but back-to-back plays here from Tari Eason, who had an amazing 17 first-half minutes, scoring in double digits. A couple of these baskets, part of his 12 first-half points.
Eason passes Şengün behind the back, the top of the arc to Green, back out, baseline left. Eason three-ball, swish. That's a good-looking sign because Tari Eason missed all 4 of his threes in Game 1. 18-10. Van Vliet across the timeline. Şengün sets a screen. Pick and roll comes. Alpi kicks it to an alley-oop, and there's Tari Eason for the flush. Nice pass, and a beautiful finish for Tari. Rockets up by 9. That is their largest lead at 20-11.
It was good. It would get better. Jalen Green, crossover, and he knew what to do when he got to the rim.
Jalen across the timelines, played the entire first quarter. Screened by Şengün. Jalen with a crossover. Down the lane, and a throw down. Nicely done with 2 hands over Jimmy Butler. Rockets back up by a game-high 9. 22-13.
Mentioned that Tari had an amazing first half. He would go to the rack for this basket and give the Rockets a 10-point advantage.
Free throw line rebound to Tari Eason. Tari met there by Moody, gets by Moody, down the lane, underhand layup, scoop, score. Tari with 7 in the quarter. It's a double-digit lead for the first time tonight for Houston at 26-16.
And the Rockets would be up 28-18 after the first 12 minutes. 7 points apiece from Jalen Green and Tari Eason, but Amen Thompson with 3 personal fouls, the third of which injuring Jimmy Butler. It was completely inadvertent. It was not malicious, but Jimmy Butler suffering a contusion of his pelvis and would go to the locker room where he has stayed. He will not return for tonight's game. His status for Saturday night's Game 3 is very much in question, but the Rockets didn't have time to worry about that, and frankly, neither did the Warriors as they were down 10 after the first 12 minutes. To the second quarter, we would go Dillon Brooks over Draymond, plus a few shenanigans.
Dillon, top of the key, free throw line, pulls up, left side, 12-foot shot, got it in front of Draymond Green. And now we've got Post and Adams getting tied up at the free throw line. We got Green and Brooks pushing each other. 2 separate instances, and if you push Steven Adams down, I pray for your soul.
Nobody can phrase things quite like Matt Thomas. Just a sensational call right there, and I agree with him wholeheartedly on the Steven Adams portion. That resulted, however, in Dillon Brooks' 3rd foul. So by the time the first half would end, you would have Amen Thompson, Dillon Brooks, and then later Alperen Şengün, each with 3 fouls. If you're wondering out of curiosity, and I know you are, Draymond Green, 1 whole foul in that first half. That's pretty funny. But anyway, Rockets were up 30-20 after that made basket. Şengün willing another one in on the very next possession, and then a spin move later on, plus the foul as Houston would begin to expand on that lead.
At the free throw line, out baseline right, Alpi pump fakes on a 3. Going against Buddy Hield on a post-up. Left-hand hook shot, round the rim, down 2 more points. It's a 14-point lead, and it's also a timeout to Golden State. 6 straight for the Rockets. Alpi in the post-up against Spencer. He should win that matchup. He'll turn left, he'll spin, he'll go left, he'll go right, he'll score. He's fouled, and a chance at a 3-point play. That's a defensive matchup that says, feed me more, Alperen Şengün.
He would hit the free throw. As a matter of fact, the Rockets 13 of 15 from the foul line. No complaining about that aspect of this game, as they've taken 15 free throw attempts to just 8 for the Golden State Warriors. But the Rockets getting the move, or the spin move there, and the foul to go. 37-20, the advantage after the foul shot make. And Tari Eason hitting a corner 3 in the first quarter, just a few steps over from where he hit that one. He would give the Rockets a 20-point advantage with yet another.
Lob out left side, Eason, catch, shoot, launch, make 3-pointer. And the Rockets have doubled up the Warriors in the first half. It's now 40-20 Houston, 12 consecutive Rocket points.
Warriors would try to make a rally, but Jalen Green was having none of it.
Jalen one-on-one against Kevon Looney. Takes a step back, 25-footer up, and it's Haven't been that on. What a difference one game makes. Back up to an 18-point lead at 47-29.
And just because he didn't want to feel left out, he's done plenty of work inside, has Alperen Şengün. 13 points, 7 rebounds, but he wanted to join the long-distance party, and he certainly welcomed himself to the table with this one.
Şengün between the rings. Rockets up by 12. A launch of a three. That's up and in. Who needs second chance opportunities when you're draining on top of the arc three? Fred VanVleet, top of the arc, launches a three. Can he get it back? He can! Back-to-back triples for the Rockets. Lead up to 55-40. Green being chased by Hield. Crossover, step back, three. Yes! Everybody's knocking down triples in downtown Houston.
I'm sorry, did I neglect to tell you that Fred VanVleet and Jalen Green also hit threes on the very next 2 possessions after Şengün hit his? The problem was, on 2 of those ensuing possessions, the Warriors got a 3-point make as well, but the Rockets, as you heard, had a 58-43 advantage after those 3 triples in succession, and here at halftime, they lead at 60-46. 15 points from Jalen Green. Rockets enjoying 3 players in double figures. They also have 13, as I mentioned, from Şengün and 12 from Tari Eason. The only player in double figures for the Warriors is Steph Curry with 11. Other than that, it's just a bunch of nothing, including only 7 in Jimmy Butler's 10 minutes, and he will not return. 8 minutes, and he will not return in this one. And a correction on that, he had 3 points in 8 minutes, did Jimmy Butler. But the Rockets, as I mentioned, have Amin Thompson, Dylan Brooks, and Alperen Şengün starting the second half with 3 fouls apiece. You know the Warriors will try to play that into their advantage. Rockets shooting at 7 of 19 from long range. Warriors were 8 of 19 from the three-point line with that late flourish. So it'll be interesting to see who can keep that up over the course of the final 24 minutes of this one. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come right back. We'll tell you what happened in the other 2 playoff games tonight. When we return, this is Houston Rockets basketball.
Rockets Nation, Space City Home Network has you covered. Watch every exciting shot, block, and rebound only on Space City Home Network.
The lead explodes to the rim.
This season only on Space City Home Network.
This kid loves these moments, man.
Visit SpaceCityHN.com and click on the channel finder to see how you can watch the Rockets all season long. Space City Home Network, out of this world coverage of your Rockets.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Just took the Tacoma off-road deep into the woods. I got to this hidden campsite only it could reach, Hey, what about you?
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Oh, sweet. Wait, hey, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control. I didn't even break a sweat getting up to the spot.
Oh, well, I hit some pretty rough terrain myself. The Tundra handled it no problem with all that torque. Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
Whatever fun looks like to you, the Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are ready for it. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0.9% APR financing for 36 months on a rugged new 2025 Tundra. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for offer details. Offer available in select states and ends 4/30/25.
Memorial Hermann and the Houston Rockets are proud to bring Houston an exclusive first-of-its-kind co-branded partnership. This is the first time a health system and a national sports organization have ever come together to advance orthopedics. From broken bones to joint replacement, the specialists at Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics bring you innovative capabilities for a broad range of medical needs. You can get the same level of unparalleled care as elite athletes. Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics. For more information, visit memorialhermann.org/ortho-rockets.
Adam Clanton back here inside Toyota Center. Rockets lead at 60-46 at the break over the Warriors. 2 teams favored to meet in the Eastern Conference Finals. Each have 2-0 series leads in their respective series. Celtics getting 36 points from Jaylen Brown. They win 109-100 in Game 2 over the Magic. That taking place in Boston tonight. And in Cleveland, the Cavs with a 121-112 decision over the Miami Heat. Donovan Mitchell had 30 points for Cleveland in that one. Again, each of those series at 2-0 for the Celtics and the Cavs. Here inside Toyota Center, Rockets up 60-46. We'll come right back. We'll get Matt Thomas involved and get you ready for second half action when we return. This
is Houston Rockets basketball.
Distracted drivers. We've all seen them not paying attention to the road, always checking their cell phone. If you're injured at the hands of a distracted driver, protect your rights. Call Mokaram Injury Lawyers at 281-222-2222. Mokaram Injury Lawyers, Principal Office in Houston, Texas.
GarageDoorDoctor.biz has helped a lot of people that I know, listeners, friends, and they will help you. Repair or replacement, whatever is wrong with your garage door, GarageDoorDoctor.biz. 281-410-5249. 281-410-5249.
Looking for a little Vegas-style fun? Whether you're going with a group or a romantic trip for two, take a short 2-hour drive to Golden Nugget Lake Charles for the ultimate casino resort experience. Savor your favorite Landry's restaurants, catch an A-list concert, or check out the all-new DraftKings Sportsbook, the largest in Louisiana. Golden Nugget Lake Charles offers endless entertainment for everyone. Visit goldennugget.com/Lake Charles to book your getaway today. Gambling problem? Please call 877-770-STOP.
Adam Clanton and Matt Thomas here inside Toyota Center. You could not have asked for a much better first half from a scoreboard standpoint, 60-46. You will have to keep an eye on the foul trouble, however. You will not keep your eye on Jimmy Butler because he's not playing the rest of the game.
How about the scoring spree that we had in the final 147 of the second quarter? Both teams had 11 points in the last 147. 22 points in 147. Do you see the scorecard?
5 consecutive
60
threes.
to 46. The Rockets finished with 85 3 nights ago.
I know. Well, and they lost.
Yeah.
Well, the Warriors finished with 95 and they won. I told you tonight's probably going to be one of those games where at least one team's north of 110. I hope that's the Rockets. I hope they even this series. This is the most... you cannot put enough attention on the first few minutes of this second half. You know that the Warriors are going to give it their best shot to get back into this thing. If you're the Rockets, it doesn't matter when it happens, you have to weather that storm.
Well, the reality is this, and it may not be literally 6 minutes, but if you can start to push a little bit further, that already where you are at 14, they may wave the white towel and say, we'll see you in Game 3.
Hey, Steve Kerr did that in the final Rockets win of the season. He cleared the bench. So let's not put the cart ahead of the horse.
No, we're not going to. But I'm just saying that's a possibility. Now, Gary Payton the third will start the third quarter because, again, of the fact Gary Payton the second. I shouldn't say he's the third. He may be a third, but I don't know where he is. But Gary Payton the second is going to start for Jimmy Butler. Rockets left to right here in the third quarter. Jalen cross court, right side to Fred. Behind him to Alpe, 3-point line right. Shot clock at 7. Alpe, right elbow with 5, with 4, floater, pass out left side over to Thompson. On the pass off, we have a whistle against Golden State. That comes 21 seconds into the third quarter, and the foul is going to be called against Payton the second, which is his second.
You called it, though, and you said as the second half gets underway, look for the officials to continue to tighten things up from a whistle standpoint.
Also starting the second half, Quentin Post. Look at this lineup. Payton, Post, Green, Curry, and Moody. Interesting starting 5 here to start the second half. Şengün, 3-point line right. Cross court left side, Jalen. Baseline 3, up and in. A triple for Jalen to start the third. That is his fourth. It's a 17-point lead at 63-46. Post doesn't take the basketball from Payton. Left side to Moody. Low block left is Draymond Green. Slips it to Curry. To his right. Moody gets by Şengün. Turned back by Jalen. Out right side. 3-point try coming up. That's a bad miss off the shot attempt on the baseline right on the 24 attempt by Gary Payton. Left side, Jalen. 3-pointer. Back heel miss. Long rebound picked up by Curry at the top of the arc. Here comes Golden State, right side post, a catch-and-shoot 3. That's off the heel over the top of the backboard, but it's recovered by Payton to the baseline. Coming out baseline right, moving the basketball is Moody. Top to Green, cutting. Moody, out left side post 3, another brick. Another offensive rebound. That's snagged away. Moody had the ball taken away by Alperen Şengün. Disastrous start for Golden State. Şengün, baseline right for Green. Being face guarded by Moses Moody to Şengün, tossing it back to Jalen. Jalen's free throw line. How about a 12-foot shot? That's up and that's good. And that's Jalen Green's 5th point of the third quarter. It's back to a 19-point lead, the second largest of the game. Curry down the lane. Out to post. Pump fakes on a three. Down the lane he goes. Kicks it out left to Moody. Behind him to Draymond. Slides it over right-hand side. Payton doesn't take the three. Being face guarded by Brooks. He'll turn left, spin right. Reverse layup is blocked by Dylan Brooks. My goodness. Coming right back of the Rockets. Jalen left side. Freddie for a three-pointer. That's an air ball. Rebound to Curry. And back comes Golden State, trailing by 19. Curry, baseline right. Draymond Green, wide open three-pointer. That's on the way and good. And Draymond Green has his first field goal of the game.
I'm not going to lie. That makes me sick.
65-49. 2.5 gone by here in the third. Şengün splits the circle. Bounce pass left to Green. Met there by Gary Payton. Payton to Şengün, middle of the lane, Euro step, walked. Handed off to Thompson, right side, DB3, no. Weak side rebound to post. Rockets caught a break and no turnover. Coming right back, Steph, met there by Van Vliet. Screened by Payton, pick and roll comes. Payton to the middle of the lane, kicks it out baseline left. Moody's going to try a three-pointer, that's off the side rim. Rebound to Şengün, one shot now for Golden State. Fred comes across midcourt, 8:55 remaining in the third. Rockets up by 16. Van Vliet bounce pass to Alperen Şengün, met there by post. Hands it off to Jalen. Jalen at the left elbow to the free throw line. Behind him to Alpi. Giving it back to Jalen between the rings. Being face guarded by post with 4, with 3. Step back, 25-footer up. Back heel miss. Rebound to Curry and a leak out. Quickly comes Curry, and the open floor will have to wait for teammates. No, he won't wait. He'll go left, go up in the window, and score with the right hand for 2 points. 65-51. Curry with 13. Stephen Curry in that first game had 31. He's got 13 here. 8:20 clock moving, third quarter. Freddie across midcourt. Moody backs off him a little bit. Screened by Şengün. Fred left-hand dribble drive to the baseline left for a man. Thompson going to roll up a shot. Nope, going to kick it out to Fred on the baseline right for 3, and that's in and out and no good. The tap up is there. That's Alperen Şengün, and a rare second chance basket tonight for the Rockets to lead 67-51. And we have a whistle, and the timeout comes to Golden State. And it comes at 7:57 remaining. So Brandon Podziemski, not feeling good, doesn't start the second half. Only plays 8 minutes. That food poisoning, whatever he got, has affected him.
No Jimmy Butler.
No, I don't think he's out there at all.
I don't see him.
He's probably getting some IVs or whatever the case may be.
He and
3 of their starters are in, 2 are out, and the Rockets lead is 16. 7:57 remaining in the third. Houston 67, Golden State 51. More third quarter action, but first these words from your local station.
TACLA 3981E.
Say, Mr. Morrow.
Oh, hey, fella.
Have you ever heard this? Wugga, 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 wugga.
Not until just now.
Last year, my AC made this sound.
Okay, now I follow.
Kinda got used to it.
And now you're hearing.
Wugga, 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 wugga.
Okay, well, before that goes on too long, I think you need an amazing Morrow solution.
Could it at least be wugga, 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 wugga?
Fella, we won't be happy until it's back to
amazing.
Pretty common after your air conditioner has been sitting quiet for a few months.
I had no idea.
Kind of like lying in bed too long. Machines not moving get all gunked up and stiff.
Tough to fix, Mr. Morrow?
Not for my amazing technicians. Each morning we pack our trucks with the right parts and tools to fix most any.
Wugga, wugga, wugga.
Exactly. And the right repair can prevent expensive replacement.
Wowzers, Mr. M. I just knew you'd have the solution.
Schedule online at
AmazingMorrow.com.
You are at the center of our care at Memorial Hermann. We offer more locations and more options that put you closer to advanced medicine. With over 25 imaging centers throughout Greater Houston, virtual office visits with your own doctor, and access to in-person and virtual urgent care, you get the care you need when, where, and how you need it. This is convenient care designed around you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, just took the Tacoma off-road, deep into the woods, got to this hidden campsite only it could reach.
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Hey, wait, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Yeah, thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control.
Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
The Bugs are back in Houston. Don't miss Cirque du Soleil's OVO at Toyota Center, October 2nd through the 5th. Tickets on sale now at ToyotaCenter.com. Rockets with a fantastic start to the second half, which is what they needed. 67
60-51, Houston's advantage. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter on a night where the Warriors lose Jimmy Butler to a pelvic contusion, and Brandon Pajemski, their starting guard, is also not back in the lineup and not on the bench. So they are certainly down several men as they're trying to battle back in a double-digit deficit.
Warriors media relations announcing that Jimmy Butler is going to have an MRI tomorrow on that pelvis contusion.
That is
pretty serious.
Yeah, if he's having any sort of imaging done, that means they've got at least some fears about it being.
It could be, if it's a deep bruise, you can't fix that in 2 days. I don't care if you have an extra day off in between games or not.
Yeah, I want the Rockets to beat the Warriors at full strength, but the Warriors beat the Rockets in 2018 without Chris Paul. So nobody in this building is going to be upset about that situation. That's just how it goes.
Rockets are maintaining a 16-point lead despite shooting just 3 of 9 from the floor. Jalen has 5 points in the quarter, and for the game he's got 20. You have 15 for Alperen Şengün on, let's just say, volume 9. He's 6 of 15 for the floor. He's got a double-double, 15 points and 10 rebounds in his second playoff game. Tari off the bench has 12. Curry tonight is 5 of 9 from the floor, 3 of 5 from 3. He's got 13. He's got the basketball in his hands. Gets by Amen Thompson momentarily and then slides a pass out right side. Payton to the baseline right. Quentin Post going to try another three-pointer, and that one does drop. Quentin Post finally knocks one down after a bunch of attempts. That is now 1 of 4 for him at 67-54.
But Houston, you'll take that over a wide-open Curry three-pointer.
Well, even if he's got 3 bodies on it, doesn't really matter.
Pajemski is on the bench. I don't know if you mentioned that.
He wasn't earlier to start the half.
He just walked out.
Okay, Van Vliet right side, cross-court pass to Van Vliet. Left side, here's Dillon for a three-pointer. That's a front rear miss, and that's off the right hand of Amen Thompson. And possession will go to Golden State. Rockets are 8 of 28 from 3. That's only 8 of 26. That's only 31% themselves. Curry across midcourt. Lobs a Draymond, met there by Van Vliet. Hands it back to Curry on a catch-and-shoot 3. That's a bad miss off the heel. Rebound to Amen, and he wants to push. Amen's hardly played with those 3 fouls. 1 on 3. Kicks at the DB at the right elbow. How about a 15-foot shot around the rim and down for 2 points? And Dillon Brooks now has himself 8. Rockets up by 15 at 69-54. Curry through 3 defenders. Down the lane he goes. Right-hand layup. Back heel miss. Front on the front iron. Rebound to Şengün. Rockets have numbers here. 5 on 4. Knows it. Van Vliet, give it to Amen. Euro steps his way, throws a crazy pass out the DB. 3-point try, up and in, and 5 in a row for Dillon Brooks on the triple. 72-54 Houston. 6.5 clock moving here, third quarter. Curry swings a pass out to Moody, giving it to Post. Out left side, Draymond Green, side pocket 3, up in. There's another one. That's the second 3-ball of the game for Draymond Green. And the Rockets' lead has been cut to 72-57. 6:15. DB wants another 3-pointer. How about 8 in a row? Around the rim, and he is fouled out there. That's a foul on Curry.
Oh, come on.
They're going to say non-shooting, I bet. Or even worse.
What?
Offensive foul?
Are you kidding me?
For a kick out?
Wow. I mean, that's 4 fouls on Dillon for that.
Let's take a look. I can't see the lower legs.
That's just... You mean to tell me if that was Steph Curry and the roles reversed that Curry wouldn't be shooting 3 free throws right now? That's unbelievable, Matt.
They're calling offensive foul on Dillon Brooks for using a leg sweep to kick out to try to initiate contact.
I mean, that's so...
And Brandon Pajemski obviously got something in his system because he's on the floor right now. He is now playing for the first time here in the second half after playing only 8 first-half minutes. Tari Eason's going to spell Brooks with those 4 fouls.
Unbelievable. Just tell me if the roles were reversed, what the call would have been.
72-57 with 6:05 remaining in the third. Rockets up by 15. Post playing a lot of time here. Low block right. Draymond against Van Vliet. Out to Post. He is wide open. Somebody left him open. He's going to bury a 3-pointer, and that is not a good look right there. Quentin Post with his second 3. That's 6 in a row for Golden State. They're within 12. 72-60. Rockets, 5:45 remaining in the third. Jalen Green between the rings. Pajemski out baseline for a 3-pointer. That's Amen Thompson missing the shot. Offensive rebound on the tap to Şengün. Goes behind the back pass to Amen. Giving it to Tari, who had it flushed by Post. And it's a rebound to Draymond Green after the Post block. Coming right back is Curry. Top of the key. Baseline left. Pajemski slides to his right. 3-point try. Side rim miss. That's a bad miss that time. ruin momentum for Golden State. Here goes Tari against 3 defenders. Euro steps his way, kicks it out to Jalen. Left side 3 is up and in. Jalen with 23. That's 5 long-range bombs. Lead up to 15 on the 10th three-pointer for Houston. 5 minutes remaining in the third. Curry gets a Podziemski screen. Podziemski, dotted circle. Out to Draymond, left to Post. Post lost it to Podziemski. At the top of the key, he'll try a 17-foot shot. That's off the heel. Rebound, free throw line to Jalen Green. Behind the back dribbles and brings it into front court for Houston. I think Brandon Podziemski, frankly, is hurting. He looks like at about 25% out there. Şengün out to Jalen. How about a 3 more? No. Rebound to Draymond in the middle of the paint.
It looked good, though.
Rockets are 10 of 30 from three-point range. Right side of the floor, Jonathan Kuminga, met there by Jalen Green. Shot clock at 12. Left-hand dribble drive for Kuminga. Dotted circle, pulls up from 5 feet. Side rim miss, out of bounds. Last touch by Kuminga, out of bounds to Houston.
He fouled Jalen Green anyway, so if the Warriors want to review this, go right ahead.
Jabari Smith is going to come in for the Rockets. No challenge from Golden State.
Jonathan Kuminga beside himself.
Remember, you can challenge it, but you can also get a foul called on you, too. We saw that from the Rockets in the first quarter when they challenged an out-of-bounds play and wound up turning into a Golden State foul on, I think it was on Santos. Here across the timeline comes Green. Around post, down the window he goes, flows off the backboard, falls down and scores. What a third quarter for Jalen Green. He's up to 25. Rocket lead up to 17. Here comes Curry. Out baseline right. Kuminga for a 3-ball swish. And a 3-pointer for Kuminga gives him 8 off the bench, 77-63. Golden State not going away here with 3:45 remaining in the third.
Well, the Rockets not contesting these wide-open threes.
Green straightaway's got Post face guarding him. Jalen at the midcourt R. Goes right side angle, crossover to the right, to near the lane, pulls up from 15 feet. That's short. Ball tipped up, rebound Draymond. Foul called, Post falls down, makes it Kaminsky falls down.
What is Draymond's...
And Podziemski is on the ground. Draymond Green is talking it to Sean Corbin about something.
He's screaming at him.
Tari Eason gets called for a loose ball foul. Jalen, by the way, is 4 of 8 in the quarter. He's got 10 points and 25 for the game. Steven Adams is going to come in, and Amen Thompson will have a seat. Tari Eason picked up the foul against the contact against Draymond Green. And are they calling a...
Technical?
No, it wouldn't be a technical. It would be
an inbounds foul?
Nope, that was in the live action. Transition take, maybe? I don't know what that was, but it's a one-shot foul, and Golden State gets the basket on the free throw. Draymond is out. Kevon Looney comes in for Golden State. It's 77-64. Podziemski's going to inbound the basketball to Steph. 3:27 left to go. Warriors are trailing by 13 with the basketball. Largest Houston lead's been 20. It was at 40-20. Looney sets a screen. Curry tries to get by it, and Steven Adams takes the ball away. Ball pass out, stolen by Jalen Green. Saved to Tari Eason. Tari's got one man to beat. It's Looney. Euro steps his way, lays it up and scores. He slithered right around. Come on, Looney for the deuce. Houston up by 15 at 79-64. Left side of the floor. Here goes Kuminga with a head of steam. Reverse layup. Throws it over the top of the backboard and over the backboard. That's hard to do. He threw that ball so high it went over the top of the backboard and behind it. And possession to Houston. And a timeout comes to the Rockets. 2:59 remaining. Warriors aren't going away, but the Rockets have been able to answer back off of mini Golden State runs. Houston 79, Golden State 64. 2:59 remaining in the third. More from Toyota Center, but first these words as you listen to Houston Rockets playoff basketball.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery tool sets. You can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel. Shop online or in store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
The NBA is finally back. Download DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code ROCKETS. That's code ROCKETS for new customers to play $5. Get 50 in Pick 6 credits. Only on DraftKings Pick 6, an official partner of the Houston Rockets with code ROCKETS. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded is non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 30 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promo.
You and your family are at the center of our care at Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital. From fetal diagnosis and intervention and surgeries performed in utero to caring for the tiniest infants and treating a wide range of neurological disorders. It's advanced pediatric care, and it's here for your family every step of the way. Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital, advancing health, personalizing care.
Rockets fans, are you ready for the playoffs? It's time to cheer now and pay later. Secure your seats for the 2025 NBA playoffs today and handle the payments later. Don't wait. Seats going fast. Visit Rockets.com today. Rockets up 79-64 with a tick under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. If the Rockets should even up this series, it guarantees that a Game 5 will be played right back here in this building. So the Rockets are trying to get that done. But first things first, got to hold this lead. And the Warriors, Matt Thomas, are staying around because of their three-point shooting, much of which is due to the Rockets leaving them wide open.
Yeah, Rockets have 3 threes of their own. Jalen Green's got 10 points in the quarter. Rockets have also done a much better job of taking care of the basketball. Just one turnover here in the third quarter, and 8 for the game. Golden State's turned it over 10 times. For the game, the Warriors are at 40% from the floor. They're actually shooting better from beyond the arc. They have 13 of their 23 field goals are three-pointers. Rockets are 44% and 10 of 30 from long range. And one nice number that hasn't been a factor in this game, thankfully, is the Rockets have hit their free throws. They are 13 of 15 from the line here tonight.
All right, you could not have ordered up a better bounce-back effort, but you got to finish the job. It's a 48-minute game. I keep saying it to you on and off the air. The Rockets cannot score enough baskets with Steph Curry still suited up. I know Jimmy Butler's in the locker room. I know Brandon Pajimchi's not at 100%, but my goodness, you got to score.
All right, here comes Jalen across the timeline. Rockets up by 15. Slides the pass to Van Vliet. Van Vliet giving it back to Jalen between the circles. Back to Fred. Golden State's going zone here. Green straight away. Met there by Santos. Shot clock at 5. Down the lane. Ball right in the hands of Santos. Saved by Ethan's got to put up a shot at the free throw line. It's off the heel. It's a miss. And Kevon Looney will clear. So Golden State's zone defense working that trip down the floor. Rockets did not get a good shot off there. 2:25 remaining in the quarter. Pajemski to Santos. To Looney straight away. To left to Kuminga. Now to here's Curry. Free throw line jumper coming up. Back iron miss and a very late whistle. Right at the free throw line. Will send Steph to the free throw line for a pair at 2:17 remaining. And the foul will be on Tari Eason, and that is his second.
You're going to wait till the shot doesn't go in and then blow the whistle.
Happens, frankly, more than I ever thought it would in the NBA. Not just for Curry, but in general.
It's just incredible. It's a foul, then call it. Don't wait. So if he makes that shot, is it not a whistle? What are the rules?
I'll let you explain to those guys.
I'm not going to make it up as I go along. That's what they do.
Steph tonight, 5 of 11, 14 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. Taking 11 shots. Free throw number 1 for him is good. He's now 2 of 2 from the line. 79-65 as Buddy Hield comes back in. If they're going to make this a game, Hield's going to start making some three-pointers.
Well, he did against the Rockets.
He's their next best threat out there right now.
Yeah, no, he had some sensational shooting games against the Rockets this year. I've been trying not to say his name like Candyman.
Ahmed Thompson back in for the Rockets. He's only played 15 minutes. He's had the 3 fouls. Brooks is on the bench still with the Rockets with 4. Here's Curry's second free throw up and in. And the lead once of 20 at 40-20 is now 79-66. 2:14 remaining in the third. Green comes across midcourt. Golden State hanging around more than I'd like them to. Curry will guard Eason. Back out left side, Jalen. Back to Tari. Kind of caught no man's land. Bounce pass to Amen Thompson. Shot clock at 5, at 4, at 3. Amen with a crossover. Pulls up an 8-footer. That's going to be short. Rebound to Looney. Rockets did not get a good possession there again for the second straight time. Here is Kuminga at the top of the key. Slides it over to Buddy Hield. Buddy to the dotted circle. Behind him, Curry lost the basketball. That's out of bounds. That's a good old-fashioned Stephen Curry turnover.
What concerns me, Matt, though, is this zone that you were talking about. This is about the time in every game where a Rockets opponent has tried this season when they're up big, and it's worked. It's been effective, so you got to weather this.
11th turnover for Golden State. Rockets up by 13, 90 ticks remaining. Green gets a screen from Adams. Jalen's got it against Santos. They're back to man-to-man. Bounce pass to the left elbow to Adams. Back out to Jalen. Three-point try. Glass only. Yikes. A bad miss. That's the worst shot that Jalen's taken tonight. Rebound to Hield. Curry in front court with the Warriors down 13. Pass to Kevon Looney down the lane layup attempt. That's up and good. And it's an 11-point game, and Ime Udoka wants a timeout. And it comes at 1:10 remaining in the third quarter. Rockets leading by 11. Warriors, no Jimmy Butler. Limited Brandon Pajemski. And they can't go away just yet. Back in a minute on the Rockets Radio Network.
At Frost, some of our services sound too good to be true. Like the largest ATM network in Texas. Early payday, so direct deposits made to personal checking accounts are available up to 2 days earlier. Having a real live banker to talk to 24/7. Or that time a Frost banker gave a San Antonio restaurant her personal debit card number after a customer's card was mistakenly declined at his business dinner. True story. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
Memorial Hermann and the Houston Rockets are proud to bring Houston an exclusive first-of-its-kind co-branded partnership. This is the first time a health system and a national sports organization have ever come together to advance orthopedics. From broken bones to joint replacement, the specialists at Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics bring you innovative capabilities for a broad range of medical needs. You can get the same level of unparalleled care as elite athletes. Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics. For more information, visit memorialhermann.org/ortho-rockets.
Take advantage of tonight's Rocket Shop online item of the game. Spend $150 or more and receive a free Playoff Mantra t-shirt. Shop now at rocketsshop.com. This is the closest the Warriors have been in quite some time. Rockets with possession and an 11-point lead. The zone has been employed here in the third quarter. It's 79-68.
Green comes across the midcourt line. Screened by Şengün. Pick and roll comes. Alpi kicks it to Fred. Right side Jabari. Pump fakes into 3 and will launch a 3 and he'll hit it. Wow, right in front of Buddy Hield. A big-time triple off the hands of number 10. Rockets up 82-68. Rockets applying some pressure. There's a steal. Jalen Green's got it. One man to beat. He'll jam it down with the right hand over Guy Santos. And just like that, 5 quick Rocket points. Defense matters. Fast break and the green flush. 84-68 with 44 seconds remaining. Kuminga left side angle. Left to Looney. Bounce pass to Santos, left baseline. Underhand toss, Curry. Launch three-pointer in. Very fluid movement, Steph Curry. No wasted motion. He's got 19. He's the only Golden State player in double figures. 84-71. Freddie left side. To the elbow to Şengün out right side. Jalen 3 more points. Yes. What a bounce back for the Rockets 2-guard. 87-71. Jalen with 6 threes and 30 points. Curry double teamed out near midcourt. We have a loose ball foul. It's going to be a call against Alperen Şengün. Rockets had a foul to give with 11 seconds remaining. That is Alpi's 4th foul, however.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to give that one.
He went for the old strip and got behind him. And an easy call. Şengün will go out with the 4 fouls. Tari Eason coming back in for the Rockets. Rockets go small, and you can do that against a team like Golden State. Post remains in there. Jalen, by the way, has 3 3-pointers in this quarter, 6 field goals in the third, and 15 points in the third quarter.
Watch Curry.
Curry's got it beyond midcourt, 7 seconds left to go. 1-on-1 against Van Vliet. How about a 35-footer? It's up, and that's an air ball. There you go, Fred.
I love that for him.
Nicely done.
I love that for Steph Curry.
Wholesale changes coming in. Payton is in, Looney in, Post out, Curry out for the final 2.3. Alperen Şengün comes in for Amen Thompson. Rockets 87 and the Warriors 71. Curry tonight 4 of 8 from distance. That was his worst shot by far on the air ball.
I thought it was great, Matt.
Jabari will inbound it. Baseball pass to midcourt. Fred's going to launch. It is on the way. It is up. And it's off the heel. Boy, that was a good look from 45 feet away. That'll end 3 quarters of basketball in downtown Houston. The Rockets scored 85 in 4 quarters just 3 nights ago. Tonight, they've got 87 with 12 remaining in the contest. It's Houston 87 and Golden State 71. Final quarter remaining on Rockets Radio as you listen to Houston Rockets playoff basketball.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs. The moment we've all been waiting for is here.
The fans now on the edge of their seats.
It's time to stay locked in to every single moment. Because you never know when history will be made. When it's win or go home, every moment matters. So don't miss a thing. NBA playoffs presented by Google continues on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV.
Your child is at the heart of our care at Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital. We offer the most advanced heart treatments available and have been named a top children's hospital in cardiology and heart surgery by U.S. News and World Report. It's the high level of care you need, and it's designed for your child and for you. Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital. Advancing health, personalizing care.
Rockets Nation Space City Home Network has you covered. Watch every exciting shot, block, and rebound only on Space City Home Network.
The lead explodes to the rim.
This season, when the Rockets take the court, so do you. Only on Space City Home Network.
This kid loves these moments, man.
Visit SpaceCityHN.com and click on the channel finder to see how you can watch the Rockets all season long. Space City Home Network, out of this world coverage of your Rockets.
The NBA is finally back. Download DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code ROCKETS. That's code ROCKETS for new customers to play $5. Get 50 in Pick 6 credits. Only on DraftKings Pick 6, an official partner of the Houston Rockets with code ROCKETS. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded is non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 30 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promo.
The Rockets and Whataburger are bringing you free throws for free burgers during our All Rockets home games this season. If the Warriors miss 2 consecutive free throws here in the 4th quarter, you win a free Whataburger in the Whataburger app. Must have Whataburger app with location services on and be present at the game to redeem. Rockets with an 87-71 advantage here as we start the 4th quarter. Warriors just cannot recover from the loss of Jimmy Butler. Not to mention the fact, Matt, that Jalen Green scored 15 of his 30 in that 3rd frame. He has more than answered the critics following his Game 1 performance where he finished with 7 points and the Rockets lost.
Remember the 5 regular season games, Adam? Jalen shot 32% against them. The first playoff game 3 nights ago, he was 3 of 15. He has had a bounce-back performance. Rockets get 11 field goals in a quarter. They make 5 of them from 3. Golden State, 6 of their 8 baskets are 3-pointers. Rockets close out the quarter in an 8-3 run, and Jalen Green with 30 points, by far his best game ever against the Golden State Warriors.
And double bigs to start the 4th for the Rockets.
Adams and Şengün are out there. Quentin Post is out there. You got Kuminga, Podziemski running point. Draymond Green to Kuminga, lost the basketball. That's an easy steal for Adams. That's a good start for the 4th. Fred will dribble the basketball. He's between the circles. Opening possession for the Rockets. Fred's met there by Post about 35 feet away. Out left wing over to Dylan Brooks. Brooks has Moody in front of him. Out to Şengün on the double team. Giving it back to Fred. To Dylan. Left elbow with 1. Got to put up a shot from 15 feet. All 24 off the clock. And the Rockets get a mid-range from Dylan Brooks to make it 89-71. Podziemski 3-point line right. Straight away to Draymond. Wants another 3-pointer. That's around the rim and out. And a rebound to Şengün. How about the next 3 minutes? Let's blow these boys out and Think about going to San Fran tied at a game apiece. Fred, right side angle. Met there by post. Crossover. Bounce pass to Adams, top of the key. Met there by post. One dribble. Hand off to DB. Brooks going to go try another one. That ball is stripped by Quentin Post. That's an easy steal for Post. And here comes the Rockets now having to defend on Golden State. Draymond between the rings to Post, top of the key. One dribble. Hands it off to Kuminga. Right-hand dribble drive against Jabari. Pulls up, 5-footer, that's short. Ball tapped by Jabari into the hands of Fred. Fred comes into front court. Met there by Podziemski. Goes out left side angle. Minute and a half nearly gone by here in the fourth. Alpe one-on-one against Draymond. Going to spin right. Turn left. Spin right. Kick it out. We got a whistle and a foul's going to be called against Draymond Green. No, it'll be Jonathan Kuminga, on the call. Foul on Kuminga on the contact.
Excuse me, Matt.
Against Alperin.
Did you hear the crowd?
Oh, yeah. They wanted it. They wanted to go mano-a-mano against Draymond Green.
They want barbecue chicken.
That's what they want.
Myself.
Well, that's a different kind.
Jabari in the inbound. 10:29 remaining. Rockets up by 18. Fred at the midcourt arc. Looking to slide a pass. Couldn't do so. Adams will pick it. Pick and roll comes to Steven. Met there by Moody. Behind him to Dillon. Dillon. Left side, crossover, right-hand dribble, middle of the paint. There's a shot clock violation. That was just not anywhere near awareness of what was left on the shot clock.
Teammates had to help him out there because he was not looking at that shot clock. He was trying to create space between he and the defender.
That's 10 turnovers now for the Rockets. Golden State have turned it over 13 times. Rockets turned it over 17 in that Game 1 loss. Podziemski straight away. Bounce pass to Draymond. Out left side, Moody. Giving it back to Draymond. Back to a side pocket for Moody. A pump fake, a launch, and a miss. Moody had 7 points AC in the first quarter, and we have not heard from him offensively since.
Good.
Fred comes across midcourt. Podziemski's going to guard him there. Screen by Adams. Fred, middle of the lane, pulls up, 10-foot shot, front rim, side rim, and all the way around and dropping for two and a timeout to Steve Kerr. And for the second time tonight, your Rockets are up by 20. 9:44 remaining in the game. Houston 91, Golden State 71. More from downtown Houston, but first these words from your local station.
Memorial Hermann and the Houston Rockets are proud to bring Houston an exclusive, first-of-its-kind co-branded partnership. This is the first time a health system and a national sports organization have ever come together to advance orthopedics. From broken bones to joint replacement, the specialists at Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics bring you innovative capabilities for a broad range of medical needs. You can get the same level of unparalleled care as elite athletes. Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics. For more information, visit memorialhermann.org/ortho-rockets.
Rockets Nation Space City Home Network has you covered. Watch every exciting shot, block, and rebound only on Space City Home Network.
Green explodes to the rim.
This season, when the Rockets take the court, so do you. Only on Space City Home Network.
This kid loves these moments, man.
Visit SpaceCityHN.com and click on the channel finder to see how you can watch the Rockets all season long. Space City Home Network, out of this world coverage of your Rockets.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, just took the Tacoma off-road, deep into the woods, got to this hidden campsite only it could reach.
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Hey, wait, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Uh-huh, yeah, thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control.
Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Rockets fans, Access is the go-to ticketing destination for Houston's best events. Download the Access app today for the easiest entry experience to get to your seats and start cheering. That's AXS. 91-71 is the Rockets' lead. Still a long way to go. Frankly, Matt, a lot more time on the clock than I would like, but I'll take the 20-point advantage with 9:44 remaining.
Golden State has yet to make a field goal here in the quarter. No points, one turnover. And this is the official next 3 minutes could ultimately decide the game, because if you are under 6 and you're down 15, 18 points, you're not coming back from that, not with Steph Curry by himself. And that's where I think you would empty the bench and say, you know what, we came to Houston and did what we needed to do, and that was split the series, the first 2 games of the series.
It's the most famous pelvis in the NBA, Jimmy Butler's.
There's some other pelvises I like.
That's just, come on, man. I'm trying to stay in character here. Oh, my. What a fourth quarter this is, on and off the floor.
There's a debate between 2 dancers, and it's not even close on the big screen.
The crowd is heavily in favor of one of the participants. I can't imagine why.
It's all right. All right, Rockets will play Game 3 of this Western Conference first-round series, and that'll be on Saturday night at 7:30 in the Chase Center, where 18,000 of my greatest enemies will be in one building.
I want to go. Well, I want to meet the locals.
There's flights. Steph Curry across the timeline. Boy, nasty screen offensive foul. Draymond Green taking out Fred VanVleet. That was blatant.
Look at Draymond. Draymond looks at Ime and says, "You want to review that?" I can't. I despise the guy, but he's going to be so good on television after he retires.
He will be 25 times better than anybody on TNT.
He's so good.
He will fight Charles Barkley for the greatest television commentator.
I would like him if we hung out. That's what scares me.
Fred VanVleet between the rings, taking advantage of that contact he got. Here's Eason, sets the screen, then Eason goes to the paint. VanVleet against a double team. He's got 5 to shoot. Giving it to Jabari, a roller. Nope, going to throw a pass right in the hands of Steph Curry on a steal. Curry 1-on-4, he doesn't care. Triple team, slides it over to Heel. Baseline left post, going to try a 3-point try, and that's up and in. And Quentin Post has himself a double-digit day off the bench on that 3-pointer, 91-74.
But those are the kinds of shots that can keep you alive.
Yeah, he's got 9, I should say. I don't want to give him too many points. 3 3-pointers for him. Fred's got it right side of the floor, gets by Post. He's in the paint area, dotted circle. Out left side to Dylan Brooks at the left elbow. Turns, spins, 10-foot shot. That's short. Rebound to Steph. Rockets up by 17. Pass out left side, Healed. Underneath, pump fakes goes Moody. Pump fakes twice, goes up the window and scores. And there's your first basket for Moses Moody since the first quarter. 5 quick points for Golden State. And Ime Udoka says that's enough. 8:35 remaining in the game. Rockets 91. Warriors 76. We were talking about the next 3 minutes. Can the Rockets pull away? And they have not been able to do so. We take this timeout. Back with more action from Toyota Centers. You listen to Houston Rockets playoff basketball.
The NBA is finally back. Download DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code ROCKETS. That's code ROCKETS for new customers to play $5. Get 50 in Pick 6 credits. Only on DraftKings Pick 6, an official partner of the Houston Rockets with code ROCKETS. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded is non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 30 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promo.
Memorial Hermann and the Houston Rockets are proud to bring Houston an exclusive, first-of-its-kind co-branded partnership. This is the first time a health system and a national sports organization have ever come together to advance orthopedics. From broken bones to joint replacement, the specialists at Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics bring you innovative capabilities for a broad range of medical needs. You can get the same level of unparalleled care as elite athletes. Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics. For more information, visit memorialhermann.org/ortho-rockets.
At Frost, we go above and beyond with our services, like getting to know our customers by name, offering 24/7 real human phone support, and always keeping a supply of treats for our four-legged friends. You know, the little things. Like when a customer was out of town before a hurricane and their Frost banker drove all the way to Corpus Christi to tie their boat down. We couldn't make that up if we tried. Frost. Exactly what you unexpected.
The NBA is finally back. Download DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code ROCKETS. That's code ROCKETS for new customers to play $5. Get 50 in Pick 6 credits. Only on DraftKings Pick 6, an official partner of the Houston Rockets with code ROCKETS. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded is non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 30 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promo.
Adam Clanton, Matt Thomas here inside a raucous Toyota Center. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Houston Rockets Radio Network.
NBA Radio on Sirius XM is available on your connected devices. Listen at home anytime you want with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, or however you stream in the house.
By the Warriors, keeping them a little close than Ime Udoka would have preferred. He calls a timeout. Rockets still lead it 91-76, but with 8:35 remaining, I just don't think you can ever say a double-digit lead is enough or comfortable enough until the clock reached 0-0.
Well, especially because the Golden State Warriors have 27 field goals in this game. 15 of them are three-point shots. They have given up scoring inside the arc. It's a feast or famine from distance so far.
It's the great equalizer, as Daryl Morey used to say.
Right.
It can get you right back into a game so quickly. The Rockets have to really hunker down with their defense that they've played through most of this game and finish the job to even this series.
Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Moses Moody, Buddy Hield, Quentin Post in for the Golden State Warriors. The Rockets go with Adams, Smith, Van Vliet, Dylan Brooks, and Tari Eason. 8:35 on a clock that can't move fast enough. In a lead of 15. Largest Rocket lead 2 different times has been 20. Van Vliet across midcourt is double teamed. It's tied up, throws it to Smith, and then he is fouled on the pass back into the middle. And it's a Buddy Hield foul. Second team foul, as he is the man who harasses the man who's trying to catch that basketball after they double team the ball. And that's happened 2 different times here. Well, Tari Eason will be the one to inbound as Jabari Smith inherited that contact. And now Smith takes the basketball between the rings, back to man-to-man for Golden State. You got Jabari against Draymond Green, and there's a ball loss, and it's out of bounds, and they'll say last touch by Golden State on a foot. Shot clock's going to show 6. Alperen Şengün's going to come in quickly, says Ime Udoka.
I like this substitution because you're just not getting any fluidity on offense right now.
Adams to the bench. Steven tonight has played 17 minutes. 3 rebounds and 1 point. Van Vliet on a lob to Şengün, met there by Draymond. Shot clock at 4, 3, 2. Lost the basketball, stolen, poked away by Draymond into the hands of Moses Moody. Moody nearly carried it as brought into front court. Met there by Brooks, crossover to Green. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles with the right hand. Now goes right side angle, hands it off to Curry, being trailed by Şengün. Out left side post, a 3-point shot. That's up and in. Quentin Post now has 4 triples. That's 8 straight points for Golden State, and that lead is cut to 12 at 91-79.
Curry is dropping dimes.
That is now 9 assists to go along with 19 points. Van Vliet, underhand toss to Jabari. Top to Şengün. Hands it off to Jabari. Pump fakes on a 3. Put the ball on the floor. Nearly poked away by Moody. Out right side to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 4. At 3. Step back right side 3-pointer. He's fouled. There you go. That's a big, big break because that was never going to fall. Quentin Post with a silly, silly foul on Fred Van Vliet. 27 feet away from the basket. And 3 free throws coming up here for Freddie to stop the clock at 7:27. And a Houston lead of 91-79.
I thought it was a fantastic decision by Post, and Kerr thinks it's not a foul, so he's going to challenge it.
You know what? Really good call by him because Fred has been an 80+% free throw shooter. So David Guthrie, the crew chief's going to look at it. We'll be back in a minute with the score. Houston 91, Golden State 79.
Golden State is challenging the defensive foul called on Post.
This is Houston Rockets playoff basketball.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, just took the Tacoma off-road, deep into the woods, got to this hidden campsite only it could reach.
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Hey, wait, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Uh-huh, yeah, thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control.
Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
At Mastro's Restaurants, we know the best things in life can't be rushed.
That's why our beautifully marbled steaks are aged for 28 days, delivering tenderness and rich flavor in every decadent bite. Recognized among the nation's most extraordinary steakhouses and ocean clubs, Mastro's brings style, superior service, and an indulgent menu of steak, seafood, handcrafted cocktails, and world-class wine. Mastro's Restaurants, an unparalleled dining experience. Visit mastrosrestaurants.com for locations and reservations.
Maven Coffee Company is the go-to stop for your favorite one-of-a-kind craft cocktails and coffees. Grab your latte or espresso martini at the next Rockets game or Toyota Center event. Maven, creating something extraordinary out of the ordinary. The Warriors challenging the three-point foul call on Post, who, as we've looked at the replay, I think he got Fred VanVleet, so I think Fred's going to go to the line, and the Warriors are going to be without challenges for the remainder of the 7.5 minutes in this one. Rockets up 91-79, and the officials are still in discussions about this replay.
If you take the reaction of Quentin Post, he felt like he was a guilty party. And that shouldn't mean anything, because he's probably more mad that he was even trying to go for a block against VanVleet, knowing that the shot clock was down, VanVleet was falling off to the side. He didn't have to do anything but just put his hand up in the air and try to at least put a hand in the face. Here's David Guthrie to explain it to us.
After replay review, VanVleet lifts his right leg up too high and seeks contact. Therefore, the challenge is successful. The play will be overturned to no foul. The ball was loose when the whistle went off, so play will resume with a jump ball at center circle between any two players that were in the game with 24 seconds on the shot clock.
All right. Frankly, I'm lucky that a offensive foul was not called, because the leg lift usually indicates a flop, and we saw that happen earlier tonight for the Rockets.
So 2 3-point fouls in this game have gone the Warriors' way when they were the offender.
Now you can choose who you want here on the jump ball. It'll be Şengün and Green. Warriors won it last time these two guys were at the jump circle. And on the tap, once, twice, Alpe's got it. Nicely done.
They're saying backcourt violation, but it's too late.
Nope. Let's move on. Jalen Green, left side of the floor. Going against Hield, gets by him. Kicks it out to DB. Left side, wave it off. Offensive foul, Houston.
Okay, Draymond. Sell it. Stay on the ground a little bit longer.
I mean, if you're concussed, it is what it is. He got hit in the chops by Jalen Green.
He flopped. Look at that. He's
my gosh.
Absolute flop. And if I were the Rockets, I would challenge this right now, because that's ridiculous.
Let's take a look.
See,
that's a flop.
It's a flop.
That's a flop. That is an absolute flop.
I'm so tired of this guy getting all this kind of stuff going his way. He's laughing at it on his way to the bench because he knows what he did.
Yeah. Rockets have a challenge here.
Come on, Ime.
That's a flop.
The ruling on the floor of an offensive foul on Green is being reviewed to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Okay, well, it doesn't meet that. I can tell you that.
If they don't overturn this on this review,
Rockets, by the way, have not scored in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Just to put that in perspective.
Yeah, well, this is actually what the Warriors want. Any sort of flow of offense the Rockets had is out the window. And now you've got a review of a flop for a flagrant. I mean, come on, NBA. This is like a clown show. He barely even makes contact with him, if at all, but Draymond sells it. Oh, my gosh. This is unbelievable. Now, on a review like this, can you call a flop?
Yeah, you can overturn it.
No, but I want him fined.
No, you can't find him in the middle of the game.
They always do that kind of stuff afterward.
Now, there is contact. It's the left elbow to Draymond's nose. But I can't see how much contact, because I'm looking at the back of the jersey of Draymond. That's the only thing we're seeing.
Matt, I'm telling you, I don't think he made contact with his face. He made contact with his arm, if you want to call that. I don't think he actually hit him in the face.
So, worst case, there should be nothing more than just an offensive foul. I'll live with that. What I don't want to live with is any sort of flick. Okay.
No matter what, this crowd is going to be absolutely incensed, because, I mean, how can you look at that and come to any other conclusion other than he flopped? Like, make one up that you've missed here tonight, officials.
After replay review, there's wind-up and impact.
Oh, my
and unnecessary
God.
contact by Green. The play is upgraded to a flagrant
You
foul.
have got to be kidding me with this. That's 3 egregiously blown calls by this official review. 3 in this game. All of them benefiting Golden State.
So Draymond's going to get 2 free throws.
And they're going to get the ball.
And the possession. And the foul stays on Jalen Green.
I'm sorry, but like this fan base is so tired of this happening against this team in the postseason in this building.
And he missed the first one.
Because he never should have been there. Some Mickey Mouse operation, man.
1 out of 2, so it's now 91-80. Again, the Rockets were up 91-71 with 9:46. Since then, 9 consecutive. That's a bigger issue. There's 9 straight Golden State points going on here, and they have possession. They can make it a single-digit game with a made basket.
We've seen this play out 1,000 times.
Draymond Green between the rings. Met there by Van Vliet. Giving it to Curry. No look pass to Moody. Pump fakes. Kicks it out baseline left for Hield. Gives up the 3. Bounce pass out straight on Draymond. 3-pointer. No. That's a nice miss. A lot of shot clock off. And the missed 3-pointer gives the Rockets the lead at 11 with the basketball. Draymond comes across it. I say Jalen comes across the timeline. Met there by Post. Lobs it over to Dillon. Straight away against Moody to the free throw line. Here goes Thompson. Layup attempt. Comes up and he scores around Buddy Hield. A man hasn't done much offensively.
Technical
Draymond Green. There we go. Now kick him out. Let's get him out of here. Let's be done with this one. There we go. That feels better. That feels better.
There's a light, airy feeling in the building suddenly, Matt.
That hurts Golden State. It just does.
It smells like justice.
Now he's pointing at him. Here's Green to the free throw line. He missed it. Yikes.
And then Draymond walks past him and bumps him. Like, this guy gets away with absolute murder.
93-80. 6:40 remaining in the 13-point Houston lead. Golden State has the basketball. Still a lot of time left on this game. Curry, right elbow, tries a lean in a 13-footer around the rim and out. It's an offensive rebound to Draymond. Giving it to Hield. Out left to post. 3-point try. That's not going to fall. Rebound picked up by Şengün as he misses it off the heel. Şengün now with 15 points and 14 rebounds. Jalen 3-point line right. Met there by Post. Slide steps. Deep 3 coming up on the way and rattles in. Huge triple. First field goal in a while beyond that one from Amen Thompson. Rockets get back-to-back field goals. 96-80. Curry for 3 off the heel. Rebound to Şengün and he's fouled. And Van Vliet and Brooks wants a flagrant called against the Warriors.
Every player looked at the officials and said, why don't you review this for a flagrant? Because there's wind-up and intent. Give me a break with all these calls.
Oh, a slap on the face there by Buddy Hield. Side out to the Rockets.
And I'll
that
tell
was
you,
the third foul against the Warriors here in the quarter.
Matt, that was a heck of a lot more contact than Jalen had on Draymond Green.
5:52, clock moving here, fourth quarter. Jalen with 33 points. That was his first field goal of the fourth. Jalen left side spins, tries to get by a couple of defenders and Moody. Post came to help out. Pass out to Brooks. Brooks one-on-one against Post. To the free throw line, to the dunker spot. There is a foul attempt coming up, and that's Amen Thompson gets hit pretty hard. He'll get free throws, stopping the clock at 5:36.
Draymond?
It is on Draymond Green. And Amen is slow to get up. Well, I tell you what, Golden State is throwing the kitchen sink at him in terms of getting some fortuitous calls from the officials, and it hasn't helped as the Rockets have scored 5 consecutive points. $96-80.
I love Houston. I love Houston, Texas so much.
This is not for the PG part of our radio network audience.
He started it.
Rockets are 13 of 16 from the line. They made their first 10. They have made 3 of their last 6 from the stripe. Here's a men's free throw. It is around the rim and another miss. As Guy Santos comes back in for Golden State. And Quentin Post has done a nice job for them. His 4 3-pointers on those baseline threes will have a seat on that Golden State bench.
But just consider, the Rockets have gotten a ton of free throws. They've missed 4 of them, which is good for them. But imagine if this were a close game right now.
Try two, front rim glass and down. It's not close, 97-80.
I mean, that's the only fortune here.
5.5 remaining. Curry on the floor. Rockets have put together 6 straight points. And there's a steal for Fred VanVleet and a pass in it for Hield. Giving it right now to Jalen Green. Left-hand layup. Off the backboard and in on a 3-on-1 break. Basket for the Rockets. Jalen with his second field goal of the quarter. 35 for the game. And a Golden State timeout. 8 straight for Houston. 5:23 remaining, and we've got ourselves some extracurricular activities. And everybody, we got benches coming. We got people living off the bench.
That's not good. That's like suspensions for everyone.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players.
What is Tari Eason doing throwing a towel in the middle of that?
Oh, this is a hot mess. We're going to stay here because I have no idea how the hell we're going to break this up.
But here's the problem, Matt. This is because of the calls that the officials have made against the Rockets all night long, and they're sick of it. And he's in the middle of it. In case you know who I'm talking about, you just listen to the crowd.
We probably should shield him from this.
No, learn the ways of the world. If we have to watch his shenanigans, I've never seen an NBA play. Bill Laimbeer didn't get this kind of leash.
Following play is under review for a potential hostile act.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, you guys have really kept this under control all night long.
That's why, if you're going to officiate a Golden State game, you should call everything. You're going to
on both
sides. You have to do it. All right, we're going to watch here.
See,
Green and VanVleet are talking to each other.
Draymond's getting tossed after this because he's instigating yet another incident. Tari's
in there. You've got Buddy Hield gets involved. Eason and Draymond are now talking. VanVleet's actually a couple steps back.
Honestly, though, Matt, nothing would come of this if Tari Eason's going to get a technical for throwing a towel in, is what I'm afraid of. At the end of this, he throws a towel at the Golden State scrum of play. See, that's going to get him a technical. That's hurting your team. I don't know what Tari Eason was thinking, other than he's just young and immature in this situation.
Well, I want to know how many players not on the floor came off the bench. I'm counting Warrior players, 3, 4, 5. I mean, you're not supposed to leave the bench, period.
That goes back to the New York-Miami series in the 90s where the brawl happened, and the rule after that was if you leave the bench area, you're automatically suspended a game. It happened to the Phoenix Suns in that series against the Spurs back in 2007, and it cost them the series, a lot of people think. That's Mike D'Antoni's best shot at a title until he got here to Houston. It's a very, very serious situation if you leave the bench area and you're any sort of role player or rotation guy for a team, you can find yourself sitting out Game 3.
The officials' headsets are off. We'll be talking to Dylan Brooks, hopefully, in our postgame show here.
Oh, I can't wait to talk to Dylan after this one.
Headsets are off.
Now, none of these have gone the Rockets' way, so I'm not expecting anything good.
After the review for the altercation, there will be a single technical foul assessed to Eason for throwing the towel in an unsportsmanlike manner.
Again, the reality is when you have so many players out there jawing, it was the low-hanging fruit.
Right, and here's the problem. Draymond wins because what he's done is gotten under the Rockets' skin again, caused one of them, who wasn't even a part of the game, to make a mistake. And now the Warriors are going to get a free point out of it. Now, it's good because there's 5 and change to go, and the Rockets are up 19. But what if they weren't right now? You just got to keep your composure better. Draymond knows that better than anybody. He's been doing this for like 15 years. And that's Tari Eason learning a lesson the hard way. But I get it.
Ime Udoka, by the way, grabbed the 5 guys active on the floor and huddled them up before they got back on the floor to kind of say, hey, let's cool our jets here.
Finish this off and go back to San Francisco tied.
Curry hits a free throw, 99-81. Curry now with 20 on 6 of 15 shooting.
He's got 4 of those at the foul line.
All right, Golden State's going to have to go a full 94 feet. Jonathan Kuminga is back in for Golden State. 5:23 remaining. He'll run the baseline after the made basket. Moody back to Kuminga, and Kuminga will bring it across the timeline. Left-hand dribble, chest pass to Looney. Between the circles, met there by Dylan Brooks. Left-hand dribble, still with him is Brooks. Weak side handoff to Santos underneath the basket. Turns left, spins right. On the way up, he's fouled. Fred VanVleet, the guilty party. Stops the clock at 5:07 and free throws here for Golden State.
Kuminga rolled his ankle on that play on the far side. Keep an eye on that because he's not moving well now.
So Santos to the stripe. Santos has played 9 minutes. No free throws yet. 2 points, 1 of 3 from the floor.
But, Matt, if he makes both of these free throws...
First one's up and in.
That's 3 points the Warriors have put on the scoreboard with the clock stopped in a game that there's still over 5 minutes remaining, and you have the best shooter in the world on your lineup. And I just...
Man, we are late, too. What time is it?
Probably
11:15. Good gracious. Try two. Back iron. No. Tip up. Şengün.
Foul right there on
Looney for the board. 15 rebounds, 15 points for Alperen Şengün. VanVleet straight away to Şengün. Hands it off behind him to Jalen. Straight on three-pointer. Jalen swish. Silences Golden State's late fourth quarter comeback. Back to a 20-point lead. Curry out right side to Santos. To Looney down the heart of the lane. Kick out left side wide open. This is a three-pointer, and that's on the way and good for Moses Moody. That's his second basket of the half. 10-12 now for the game. VanVleet right side of the floor with 4:25 remaining. VanVleet out left side Brooks. Baseline left. Jalen wants 3 more. Side rim miss. Santos the rebound.
Jalen is 2 away from 40.
Moody across the timeline. Jalen is 13-25 with 38 points. Looney, low block left to Santos. Met there by Dylan Brooks, being face guarded very tightly. Lobs it to Looney on the trail right side. Layup is up and in. That's down to Kuminga for a deuce. 102-87 with 4 minutes remaining. Rockets up by 15. Dylan Brooks going to face some pressure by Santos and Kuminga. Throws it to Green. To his right for Alperen Şengün. Alp's got the ball between his knees. Turns left, spins right. Lobs in the air, and a flush! Perfect throw down. Amin Thompson for 2. Timeout, Golden State. And I believe the surrender flag is going up from the guys in blue and yellow. 3:40 remaining, and back in a minute. Houston 104 and Golden State 87 as you listen to Houston Rockets playoff basketball.
You are at the center of our care at Memorial Hermann. We offer more locations and more options that put you closer to advanced throughout Greater Houston. Virtual office visits with your own doctor and access to in-person and virtual urgent care. You get the care you need when, where, and how you need it. This is convenient care designed around you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
At Frost, we go above and beyond with our services, like getting to know our customers by name, offering 24/7 real human phone support, and always keeping a supply of treats for our four-legged friends. You know, the little things. Like when a customer was out of town before a hurricane and their Frost banker drove all the way to Corpus Christi to tie their boat down. We couldn't make that up if we tried. Frost. Exactly what you unexpected.
Adam Clanton, Matt Thomas, Toyota Center, 3:40 remaining before the Rockets will even up this series with the Golden State Warriors. They lead 104-87. An alley-oop from Alperen Şengün to Amin Thompson. Might have effectively ended this, but again, there's nearly 4 minutes remaining.
Oh no, they're done.
Okay, there it is.
There's
the white flag. And this happened earlier this season where Steve Kerr emptied the bench. So
Pat Spencer is in. Trace Jackson Davis is in. Rockets are now 7 of 10 in the quarter. Golden State 5 of 12. As we're going to see Braxton Key check in. Golden State has said, you know what? We came to Houston with a split. Middle of the lane. This is moving it around. Here's Kevin Knox, and a shot attempt is on the way right side. That is up and good. A 2-point shot is in for Pat Spencer. He's got 11 points off the bench. 3:20 remaining in the game. Şengün between the rings. Going against Davis down the lane. Goes up with the dunk, and he's short, and he's fouled on the play. Alfie will get free throws with 3:13 remaining, and the Rockets up 15. Ime not nearly as confident. He's keeping his main go-to guys out there. So anybody that has put a Golden State uniform on tonight will be on the score sheet. as they've gone with Trace Jackson-Davis, Braxton Key, Kevin Knox, Pat Spencer, and Kuminga's out there. Alpi bends the knees, free throw one, got it, 105-89. In the last 4 regular season meetings, the most points scored by any winning team was 106, so they're about to match that here if Alpi can knock this free throw home.
Bunch of T-shirt Warriors fans heading for the exits.
There's the next free throw up and good for Alperen Şengün. He's got 17 points, 16 rebounds, and 7 dimes. 3:09 remaining. Spencer in front court to Jackson-Davis. Low block right. Kick it out right side to Key. Down the lane he goes, kicks it out baseline left. 3-point try that's in and out and no good off the hands of Kevin Knox. Rebound tapped out a couple of times. Picked up again by Knox. Out of the right side, Kuminga's going to launch a 3. That is in and out. And off the front rim, another miss. Rebound to Dylan Brooks. Dylan in the front court coming up now. Throwing the backcourt to Fred VanVleet with 2:40 remaining. Fred being harassed by Pat Spencer. To the baseline, in the middle of the paint. Bounce pass left side. DB left side 3-pointer. On the way it in. And the blowout continues. 109-89. The third time tonight the Rockets have a 20-point lead. Right side 3-point try. Kuminga off the heel. No. The follow-up dunk is no good that time by Jackson-Davis. And the Rockets will enjoy this one with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to go.
Fred VanVleet fouled by an official. Seriously.
Fred's waiting for it to be fouled so he can bring the subs in here.
I think Jalen wants to get 40 if he can on this possession.
I don't care at this point. Whistle. Technical foul. Amen Thompson and Pat Spencer, I think, maybe.
So Amen has been complaining about what he perceived was a missed call on the other end all the way up the floor. I've been watching him, and that's where that comes from.
Oh, Trace Jackson-Davis.
Okay. I thought it was on Amen.
And Amen, yeah, both got it. Okay. I knew there were double technicals. I saw the 2 hands go out. Jeff Green is in. Cam Whitmore, Reed Shepard, Aaron Holiday, Nate Williams. Standing ovation for the guys that are coming off the court onto the bench. Shepard of the inbound to Holiday with 1:59 remaining. Being met there by Key. Screen, swing past Jeff. Left elbow against Key. Layup attempt. No. Gathered his own rebound. Put it back on the baseline left is another miss. And Trace Jackson-Davis comes up with a rebound, and he'll bring it into front court here for Golden State. 1:40 remaining. Spencer straight away. He's got 11 points off the bench. Pull up, 15-foot shot, miss back heel. Tap up is up and good. The miss by Knox. The putback is in for Golden State. Basket goes to Jackson-Davis. He's got 2. 1:28 remaining and a 109-91 score. Rockets will even this series at a game apiece. Shepard, left side of the floor, gets by Jackson-Davis. Bounce pass behind to Cam. Against Spencer. Down the lane, Cam's going to go up, and that ball was rejected by 2 Golden State players. Coming right back is Golden State. A lob. Kuminga's not going to get a terrible pass, and he is fouled on the push-out by, is that Nate Williams? Or is it Aaron Holiday? It'll be Aaron Holiday on the foul. 1:06 remaining at 109-91. What a bounce back for Jalen Green. 38 points tonight after scoring 7 in game number 1.
Can't be happier for a player, considering how game 1 went for him and considering what he's dealt with as far as criticism.
Rockets 39% from three-point range. Much better than they were on Sunday when they were 6 of 29. Free throw 1 good, number 2 no good for Kuminga. Rockets with a minute remaining, leading by 17. You know who led from start to finish? Your Houston Rockets tonight. No ties, no lead changes. Full 48 in a playoff game. Whitmore, left-hand dribble drive. Gets cut off by Jackson-Davis. Picks up the dribble. Bounce pass baseline left to Reed Shepard. Launching a deep 3. Front rim, side rim, no. Rebound is picked up by Jonathan Kuminga in front court. He's got it. Lob inside. Catch, shoot, score. That'll be a basket that time for Kevin Knox. 109-94. 31 seconds remaining. And we're down to 25 seconds. There will be a return trip to Houston. 1 week from tonight, we'll have Game 5 inside this building at 6:30. First things first, 2 big games in San Francisco. Shot clock violation coming up. Turnover to Golden State. Spencer on the inbound with 8 seconds left. Gives it up. Clock down to 4, 3, 2. And ladies and gentlemen, inside Toyota Center, we have a playoff Rockets win. Final score, Houston 109 and Golden State 94. The Warriors and the Rockets are tied a game apiece in this best of 7 Western Conference first round playoff series. And the villain is with us. DB, it's Matt and Adam upstairs. Congratulations, big man. What a nice bounce back for your squad.
Appreciate it. All these physical battles, bring out the emotion out of people. But, we withstand it and, we were making shots. So, the game's going to be a little different.
I know that Jalen was wearing it pretty hard after the first game. Sometimes you got to feed that big dog, and you did certainly that tonight.
For sure. Guys have, off games. It happens. But he's a gamer. He's a hooper. Came on the play today. Even though his shots weren't falling at first, he kept with it. And, he's a...
Hey, sports fans, thank you so much for hanging out with us here on Toronto Sports Insider during the Playoff Pulse. Our mission is simple, bringing sports fans together to hang out, cheer, and change the world one insider at a time, while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto every single game.
Cheers, insiders and sports fans from around the world. The Playoff Pulse campaign on Toronto Sports Insider is uniting fans worldwide through the thrill of NHL and NBA playoffs. Every game, every fan, every moment counts. The link is pinned in the chat and in the description. Check out our campaign page. Donate if you can or share it with friends. Holy Mackinac! Every click helps sick kids heal the future. Just by being here, you have already made an impact. Now, chat it up, keep it classy, and let's keep changing the world one insider at a time.
Tonight in double figures, but 38 from Green and a nice bounce back as well from Alperin tonight. Not nearly as fluid in terms of shooting percentage, but to get to 17 points, 16 rebounds, 7 dimes. Rockets have 21 assists off their 39 main passes, which means the ball was moving around the court very, very well.
Yeah, and once again, it might not be as much of a bludgeoning as maybe in Game 1, but the Rockets out-rebounded the Golden State Warriors. But it just comes down to the fact that they made the three-pointers that they did. The Rockets, with their defense, if they make 15 threes, they might be impossible to beat. And as much as I would have liked to have had Dylan Brooks on that 2018 squad against this Warriors club, this is a new matchup. And I know Steph Curry's there. I know Draymond Green is clearly still up to no good. But there's a lot to like about not only the way the Rockets played tonight, but the way they played in light of what happened in Game 1. This is a young team. This is their first playoff taste for a lot of these guys. Yeah. How they were going to respond to the adversity after a Game 1 loss like that on their home floor was going to say a lot. And none more than Jalen Green, who had 38 tonight.
What an amazing return for him. 13 of 25, 8 of 18 from 3, 38 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. And maybe that, I don't think he ever lost confidence, but it was obviously a shell-shocking moment for him that he had such a difficult time getting points up in that first game. Fred tonight did not shoot well either, but you know what? He kind of knew that, and you could kind of tell he was just not ready to put up that shot. But still, I believe if the Rockets are going to win this series, they're going to have to use Fred at some point to knock down some three-point shots, because I'll be not afraid, but I think we'll see some even more zone defense coming up in the next couple of games as this series shifts to San Francisco.
You were my witness tonight at the dinner table.
Yes.
Said the Rockets were going to do this.
I'm glad you did.
I was very
Excellent
confident.
I like your confidence.
It wasn't just because of a homerism type thing. I thought they had this in them because I've seen it this season, but they had to do it, and they did.
Ime Udoka is going to join me tomorrow at 1 o'clock on Sports Talk 790 on the flagship station for your Houston Rockets. Of course, we were on KTRH and late on 790 this evening. So if you're in your cars tomorrow at 1 o'clock, please listen for Ime as he'll join me for a visit post this victory tonight as the Rockets do it by a final score of 109-94. Thanks to our network producer, Josh C. Thank you to Stinky Pete Unger on stats and to our on-set engineer, David Obert. Adam Clanton, you've got the Memorial Hermann postgame show. I'll be listening on my way home as the Rockets even the series at a game apiece. Game number 3 of this best of 7 will be Saturday night in San Francisco. I'll talk to you tomorrow on 790 at 10 o'clock. AC with the postgame show next as you listen to Houston Rockets basketball.
The NBA is finally back. Download DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code ROCKETS. That's code ROCKETS for new customers to play $5. Get 50 in Pick 6 credits. Only on DraftKings Pick 6, an official partner of the Houston Rockets with code ROCKETS. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded is non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 30 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promo.
At Mastro's Restaurants, we know the best things in life can't be rushed. That's why our beautifully marbled steaks are aged for 28 days, delivering tenderness and rich flavor in every decadent bite. Recognized among the nation's most extraordinary steakhouses and ocean clubs, Mastro's brings style, superior service, and an indulgent menu of steak, seafood, handcrafted cocktails, and world-class wine. Mastro's Restaurants, an unparalleled dining experience. Visit mastrosrestaurants.com for locations and reservations.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, just took the Tacoma off-road, deep into the woods, got to this hidden campsite only it could reach.
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Hey, wait, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Uh-huh, yeah, thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control.
Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
You are at the center of our care at Memorial Hermann. We offer more locations and more options that put you closer to advanced medicine. With over 25 imaging centers throughout Greater Houston, virtual office visits with your own doctor,